Shalom. Open your Bible. Not feelings. Not tradition. Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Bar for bar.
You quoting opinions, I'm quoting a word. Isaiah 28, did you read what you heard? Precept upon precept, line upon line. If it ain't in the book, then it ain't divine. 2 Timothy say, rightly divide. So why you twisting scriptures to fit your pride? We ain't here to argue emotional fame. We here for the covenant law in the name. Deuteronomy 28 still apply. Tell me who fit the curses, don't lie. Scatter the brother, we waking up now. Nation of kings, we remembering how. Not church all the Torah precision. Give me the verse, not your television. If it not written, I'm cutting it off. Revelation 22, don't have to take off. Bar for bar, bring your scripture out. If it ain't in the word, what you talking about? Bar for bar, chapter and verse. Truth don't bend and it don't rehearse. Bar for bar. Lord, my heart, we don't neglect.
Bar for bar, celebrate.
All praise to Yah in His holy name. Lord, my heart, we don't neglect.
Bar for bar, celebrate.
All praise to Yah in His holy name. You say the Lord done passed away. Matthew 5, what did He say? Not one jot nor tittle fall till heaven and earth that covers it all. You screaming grace but ignoring commands. James 2 tell you faith need hands. We ain't saved by works alone, but faith without works is a lifeless tone. Peter said judgment first in the house, so we correcting the nation now. Iron sharpening iron with heat. Proverbs 27 make it complete. We not debating for cloud of views. We here for the sheep that's needing the truth. Ezekiel 3, blood on your head if I don't want you what y'all said.
Bring the scripture. Chapter.
If it's true, it stands. If it's not, it falls.
Bar for bar.
Bar for bar.
Open the scroll, truth hit deep when it pierced the soul.
Bar for bar.
Stand and contend, Jude 1-3, fight to the end.
Bar for bar.
Open the scroll, truth hit deep when it pierced the soul.
Bar for bar.
Stand and contend, Jude 1-3, fight to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We keep this. With a, yeah. Yeah. We keep this feast where the Lord draws near, where the past still breathes and the truth rings clear. 11 bread, lamb, and bitter herbs on the plate.
Passover 2026. Hey, be here. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather together, O nation not desired. It's nothing more beautiful than to gather with your brothers, sisters. We all got the same mind, same heart. We're going to love on each other. We're going to get some good word. Then we're going to get some good food. Hey, be here next year, 2027. Shalom.
Still love self, will still hate truth, will still fear man more than fear what's true. And Christ in the meaning, He the King of Kings, the unblemished Lamb, the true offering. So we keep this feast with a humble mind, asking y'all purge what was left behind.
We keepin' Passover
With the blood in view,
sons of thunder,
trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
Holding peace in place,
and mercy still moving.
through the house by grace. Yeah.
We have to take the royalhood back. That's why we're here. A new nation starts with the transformation of the people. And the transformation of the people starts with you.
We can't forget the reason why we fell, but the Lord will still break what our own will build, still bring all men low to their face.
You gotta stop sinning. The brother told you earlier, if you came in here the same sins that you had last year, okay, you're not getting more ground. Okay? You gotta repent. Alright? Move on and get ready for the next battle. Satan ain't gonna leave you alone. Alright? The dragon is wrong. Alright? For those that keep the commandments of God.
With the blood in you,
Sons of thunder,
trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
place.
and mercy still moving.
Through
These are the instructions from a father to a son in Sarat. So he loved us enough. Now, to keep it a secret for him and his boys, he taught it to us all. That's love. That's what we gotta do. We gotta stop this whole, I love Israel, but Israel is my camp. My love is reserved. My love ain't reserved for just SOT. I don't care what camp you're in. You in Israel, what's up? You hungry?
And when we rise from the table, let it live in the walk, in the way that we build, in the way that we talk. Cause the feast ain't full if it end in a song. And gotta live in the soul when the days move on.
As we sit here together to reenact this Last Supper that we about to do, that's what y'all excited for, Con? We about to reenact the Last Supper and give our reverence to Yahweh Shah. We're not doing the Last. Y'all think we're doing the Last Supper because we keep the commandments perfect? And we actually follow the law the way the Israelites was doing it in the BC days? That was the thing? No. We do these things to the best of our ability. Earnest. With all our whole soul, our whole heart, and our whole mind. That is the best of your day.
I hope y'all like that. That was an application by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that. They're gonna show you at the end. So that once that knocking out that 1 minute. That's probably.
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Beard Icon. Elevate your beard experience. Beard Icon provides luxury beard care products for the distinguished gentleman. Have you been searching for the perfect grooming kit to complete your beard routine? Well, look no further. Featuring a balm, beard wash, conditioner, and 100% natural brush. And we can't forget the beard oil, packed with the essential ingredients guaranteed to give your beard the shine and luster you've been looking for. Get your luxury beard care kit while supplies last. It's going fast. Everybody wants one. And yes, I mean everyone. Order yours today. Don't wait. Use special code SOT to get 10% off your entire order. Beard Icon. Elevate your beard experience.
Younger brothers, they're not here. And then I start asking the Most High, why? How come I'm the only one out of my whole family that you didn't take me? And then it just came to me. He said he was saving me for a purpose. And so that's my reflection on it. And I hope some of you take this to heart. You know, you're going through your lives, things get hard for you. But you got to remember that the Most High is running the show. You do what he say, you can expect great things to come. So that's my reflection. I hope is, a lot of you take this to heart. When things go bad, just think of, man, it ain't gonna be bad like this all the time. Because we're his chosen children, and he works mysteriously, we can't figure it out, but that's how it is with the Most High. He ain't gonna tell you what he gonna do. He just do it. You pray and you ask for stuff. Hopefully you ask for stuff that's not vain. Like hey, I like some hair. You know, that's vanity, really. You know, I'm all right, but you know, that's my reflection. I hope you take this to heart. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Y'all take it easy.
All praise to the Most High, man. Long live the warrior, Micah Allah, man. Great words for the captain, warrior, Micah Allah, man. Long live that brother forever, Sons of Thunder, right? Ashar Shabbat, everybody. Ashar Shabbat. The water for tuning in to another episode of the Bar4Bar. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. What does your attire reveal? Godly modesty or sexual expression? What does your attire reveal? Is it revealing godly modesty, or is it revealing your sexual expression? Because this is something we hear all the time when we talking to sisters, right, that are not of the faith, or they say they're Christian or they're religious, they're spiritual, whatever the case may be, and you try to tell them that how they're dressing is provocative, or you know, they always come back with, well, this is how I express myself through my clothing. Mm-hmm. And the question we have to ask today is, well, which expression are you giving? If you say you're spiritual, religious, whatever God you serve, your attire should also represent that. And the truth, our attire has to represent the Most High God and His Son Christ. Mm-hmm. There was a dress code laid out, and there is a way that the Most High delegated women to dress and men to dress, and then us as a nation as far as the fringes. But today we're going to tackle whether or not our women prefer either godly modesty, or they would rather express their character through their clothing, but in a sexual expressing, meaning revealing clothing. So we're going to tackle some scriptures. Obviously, we got a video for y'all that we're going to play. Y'all see the numbers scrolling at the bottoms. Questions or comments, please call 605-472-5308, and the code is 650-372#. Right? We'll allow sisters to call in, brothers to call in. Right? You can ask a question. You can give perspective. If you got wisdom you want to pass on as an older sister, you could give that, or even as a younger sister, as a brother, older brother, younger brother, you could pass on some wisdom to the to the listeners. If you have a question on what do we call modesty, what is expressing yourself sexually, right? We're gonna try to tackle all questions. If you call in though, right? So your face doesn't need to be shown. You call into the number, you follow the prompt. Put your phones on mute, and then we'll tackle, right, all your questions as they come in. Mm-hmm. Right, we'll tackle all the questions. So I want to start with this question. Right, I had to write it down. Every one of us gets dressed every day. Whether or not we realize it, we are communicating something without words, with our clothing. Right, they call it the quiet expressions. The question today isn't, can I wear this or can I wear that? The question is going to be, does the clothing I wear represent the God I serve? That's the question today. Because it's going to be about intent. Is clothing merely a self-expression, or is it a testimony of who you feel like you are? Right? And obviously, we're kind of catering this to the women. As you can see the thumbnail, there's two sisters on it. Mm-hmm. Right? What do brothers think on the panel? What do brothers think? Let's start with you, Nicole.
I think the clothes that a woman wears, or the clothes that a man wears, is an expression of themselves as well as their thought process towards the Most High. So the intent behind what they wear weighs heavily.
Yep.
In their expression, and I think self-expression is everyone wants to express themselves. Everybody does. Everybody.
Of course.
Now the reason behind your self-expression says a lot, and it goes into the actual garments that you put on or don't put on. You know, that reveals your heart or your mind. It reveals what's embedded within you.
Right. So you basically saying it goes off the intent of what you wear. Your intention. I agree with that. Haran, what you got, Cap?
I absolutely agree that it matters, because really quickly I'm gonna reference a scripture. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse number 20.
Bring it out.
Now then, we are ambassadors for Christ, as though God did beseech you by us. We pray you in Christ's stead that you be reconciled unto God. So our role is really to understand that we represent what we believe. We represent, what it means to be an Israelite. We represent what it means to be a righteous example, not only for and with our own people, but to the world. So absolutely, what you wear, you should be mindful of the impact on others.
Right. Captain AR, what you got, King? You on mute.
You, brother.
Lucky about that. So for me, I totally agree, because Sarai teaches us that a man, and that includes a woman, is known. One of the ways that a man is known is by how they keep themselves, how they dress, right? How they express themselves through fashion, right? And looking at the trends on social media, right? One of the questions that comes up is concerning an insecure man that can't deal with a woman who got body shots all through her social media, right? A lot of women say that's an insecure man because you're afraid of losing her and stuff like that. But really, it's a testament of your character, right? If you want somebody who's going to cherish you for you instead of what they see throughout your socials, then the way you dress, you will dial that back, and it will show modesty even of your heart, because the Christ teaches us that it's what comes out of the man that defiles him, right? And what comes out of him is the issues of your heart. So how you express yourself shows who you are, right? Especially when it comes to dressing provocatively and stuff like that, and you expecting a man to treat you outside of quote unquote a whore, but you dressing like one. It's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard. How you doing?
Good point. Sure, I will end with you, and then we'll get into it.
Call that a one. I would agree with all the captains before me. It's your intentions. Your intentions behind your apparel. I'm gonna read 1 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. And it reads, "Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel." Verse 4, "But let it be the hidden man of the heart or woman of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God and of great price." So I think your intentions.
Q&A session has started.
Your intentions are very important. Now, Israelite women, let's just say this: Israelite women are the most beautiful women on earth, right? I would be bold enough to say that. And a lot of them are full-figured and curvy, and it's very difficult sometimes to hide that with modest clothing. It's hard to do it. Brothers would agree. It's hard to not see the shape of a woman, but the intentions behind it, if you are attempting to be modest and the body's being revealed. It's what's your heart's intention, what's your mind's intention, and how you dress, and that's what's going to be attracted. That's the type of man you will attract, a godly man or someone that's more so in the world. I don't want intention.
That's right. So everything's going to be about intention when it comes to what you're revealing, because like you said, some women, they have the breast or the butt, whatever, and it's hard to hide it if you have it, right? Yeah. So it's not about looking in the mirror and saying, well, I gotta hide all of this. No, that's how the Most High made it. Telling you that you have to hide anything. We're telling you, if your intent is, I'm gonna go out and my cleavage today, that's what I'm on that time right now. I'm showing this, or look how my bottom looks in this dress or these pants, right? I want to make sure you see I want to make sure they see the curves tonight, girl. I want to show them what I'm working with. That's the wrong kind of intention, because that intention doesn't represent the Most High. Let's get a scripture. You quoted it, now y'all, but let's read this in the GNT. I'm gonna put it on the screen for everybody to see.
Sirach 19.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Highlighted in green. Sirach 19 and read verse 29.
Count out of one. This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, starting at verse 29 in the GNT. You can know people by their appearance. The first time you look at them, you can tell if they have good sense.
That's what they say in the world, right? That's your first encounter with a person, right? They usually say don't mess up that first encounter with a person. Or it says the first time you look at them, you can kind of tell if a person has good sense. You should be able to read their spirit. Not saying you gotta condemn them or place a judgment on them, but you should be able to have discernment, right? As you grow in wisdom. Read on.
Verse 30, their character shows in the way they dress.
Say that again, Art?
Their character shows in the way they dress.
It says your character can be shown in the way you dress. So even the Bible agrees. Even the Bible agrees that the intention behind it. What do they say in the world? If it quack like a duck, walk like a duck, what is it?
It's a duck.
It's the duck.
All right, then. So the way you dress is going to reveal your character. Does that mean every woman that dresses provocatively is that kind of woman? Probably not. But guess what? Society has trained us to do, to make that a self-expression of yourself.
Yep.
The only way we understand how to express ourselves is if what? I'm showing my cleavage. I'm showing how much butt I got. I gotta pull my tights up all the way so you can show your print all. Yeah, this is an adult class.
Right.
When the last time y'all been to an open gym, like a gym? It's a mini strip club in the gym nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They making the tights where the pants is going up your behind, because that's how you want to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get mad at the man for looking, right? You get mad at the man for looking, but sis, you got it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You call him a pervert because he's looking at you, but you're showing the entire world. Matter of fact, you left the house, you looked in the mirror and pulled it up a little bit tighter.
Come on.
But then you're mad when you get that attention. You're mad when he come, hey sis, hey, I need you. When he do that to you because you got on.
And Salakia,
Go ahead.
you literally bought it for the way it looks.
Of course.
You bought it for the way that it makes a piece of your anatomy look. Because when you're wearing it, I mean, besides looking through the mirror to check yourself, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You said, but you bought it, said, hey, my blank will look good in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when somebody starts to share those same sentiments, then it becomes a problem. You know?
Look at this. Look at this, right? Let's look up the word since we on the gym topic real quick. I just want to show y'all something. I'm gonna look this word up real quick. Gymnasium, right? Y'all follow me here. Read that scripture again, King.
Count one. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 19, starting at verse 29 in the GNT. You can know people by their appearance. The first time you look at them, You can tell if they have good sense. Verse 30, their character shows in the way they dress, the way they laugh, and the way they walk.
There you have it. So your character is going to be shown in the way you dress, the way you laugh, and the way you walk. Right? Nobody ever told you, hey, bro, you stop laughing so much. You're laughing too much. It ain't even that even funny, y'all. You're doing too much. Character is being shown. What character do you see when you see a man walking with his pants down to his knees? That's showing a character about him. Suit and tie and how he walking, that's a different kind of character about him. So automatically, as people, we have judgmental cues. We're judging people unintentionally as we day to day. So the scriptures tell you have to be worried basically about how you dress, your laughter, your gait, how you expressing that, and then the way you walk. But let's look at this word gymnasium. All right. Look how I read this on the screen for me.
Count that one. Gymnasium derives from the ancient Greek word gymnasion and the root word gymnos, which literally means naked or nude.
You keep going.
In ancient Greece, a gymnasium was a public facility where male athletes trained and competed completely unclothed to celebrate the human form and honor the god.
Why you think you ever wonder why your football pants was so tight? Your track pants was your undergarment. Basketball clothes, your shorts is to your upper thigh. This is where the custom comes from.
Okay.
And then you look at the gym today, the women are completely naked. They got a bra and the thong on, basically. And then they making videos now of men. Look at him, he's looking. What do you want him to do? You basically naked in here. Should he control his lust? Of course. But come on, sis, you have to be responsible as well. You didn't have to come outside like that. So that's what we're going to tap into today, right? That's Iraq 19 kind of was the segue. We're going to get into the video. Unless brothers got presets, we're going to get into the video because it's a little long.
Did you want any precepts on the exercise on kind of the gymnasium?
No, we don't got to go too deep in that.
All right. Then be good.
Let's dive into the video. After the video, we'll probably start taking some questions, like mid-video. If you wanna get in the queue for questions, you have to press *6, I believe.
*6.
If you want to get in the queue for questions, you have to press *6. All right, then I'll be able to see you. Let's dive into this. Here we go. All right, so a lot of y'all may be seeing this video before, right? Fair use. But we're gonna let them explain it.
What's your name? What's your question? What's your name? What's your
It's Kay. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. Hey Trip. I just wanna touch you, squeeze you, squeeze you, squeeze you.
Not the Janet Jackson. Hey, shoot her, shoot. Shoot her, shoot. Shoot her, shoot, line up.
If you don't know what's going on, the sister kind of shot a shot at the brother with the beard, okay? But you don't understand what's happening right now. She kind of shot a shot at the brother with the beard. She say she's trying to keep it light. I guess before that, it was probably a little heated conversations, right? And this video does have some explicit language, so you know if you have kids around, but it does have some cursing in it. Forgive us for that, but we're gonna make a point.
She said, "Oh man, hey Trip, Marky,
don't you fucking do it, bro. Get your hands off them tables, man."
Real question.
All right, what's your question?
I just needed a little humor because it was getting real hot in here. So, real question. So, is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
Uh-oh, there's the question. There's the question. Let's let her restate it again. All right.
I'm just playing. I got a real question.
All right, what's your question?
I just needed a little humor because it was getting real hot in here. So, a real question. So, is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
So basically, if you're a wife, can I dress sexy? Is what she's asking. In the most simplest terms, as a wife, can she still dress sexy? Now we have to define what sexy is.
God.
Now, I don't want to say that's a dumb.
Hey, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Adawan.
Hey,
Because each person's definition of sexy is different.
That's right.
Because obviously, what this sister thinks is what she has on is sexy.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Also, I think she believes that that's how you attract a husband.
Yes,
is dressing that way. But what type of man? Let's let it play. I don't want Salakia, but I think that's also.
I'm glad you said that, Ak, because a lot of our single women feel like that. I am attracting a husband like this. The husband may be in the crowd of men you attracting, but you attracting everything: homeless men, businessmen, dope boys, everybody with that. What she has on, you're attracting. If you're attracting every kind of man with what you got on right there, right? So that's a great point. You said
she may think that that's what attracts a husband. She may think that, but what type of husband she attracts is what we're going to go into.
Yeah. Because a lot of our women have been taught that this is how you're going to attract a man.
That's right.
You can wear it.
Unfortunately, I think it kind of gets reinforced by the attention that they get. Because, you might attract a man, but you're attracting him for the wrong things. Because usually men remember how they met you. And by the time within the first 30 seconds, you're already in a category. That man has decided how he's going to treat you, what the ceiling of the relationship is going to be. And a huge part of that has to do with how you present yourself, clothes, et cetera, et cetera. So, you might get this, brother, but not for what your intentions really are.
Let's do this. Let's go to the call, Nakawashan. Let's let some of the married sisters that's on. We'll start with y'all. I want y'all to answer that question. You got to press *6 if you already on the call. You got to press *6. If you're already on the call, press *6, and we'll let some of the women answer that question that she had. I don't see anybody pressing. There we go, right there. All right. All right. Can that sister? Can she say something?
You gotta.
She has to
the last four of their phone number.
Well, her name is on there.
Oh, okay. Con.
Yeah.
I think that's Sister Yakana.
Well, her name is on there.
You're gonna have to mute the YouTube in the background.
Yeah, she gotta mute it. So turn when you come on, you gotta have the YouTube completely off. That's live. There you go.
I wanted to clarify.
Before you go,
can you hear me?
Go ahead, Nicole. I'll talk to her.
Hey, Salakia. So, state your name, where you're calling from, and your age or age group I know some sisters may be a little finicky about stating their age, but if you in the teen bracket, the 20 to 30, 30 plus, you can state that as well.
All right, go ahead, sis.
Calling out of one. I am Sister Yakanan from Arkansas. I am in the 40 plus age group, married with children. And I think that sisters need to understand that what you put out there is the same type of energy that you're going to get back. So if you're out here still trying to dress provocatively, even after, especially after you're married, like, are you still searching for someone? Why are you doing that? What is the intent behind that outfit that you're choosing to wear? And also, you have to think about, what is it inside of you that's telling you you need to dress like this? You shouldn't, as a woman, feel like, oh, I need to go and be revealing to get whatever this attention is, because is that really what you want in the end?
Well, sis, what if she says, well, this is how I express my character. This is who I am. I'm not, I don't think I'm a 304, but this is how I express myself. How do you answer that to a young sister, that's coming into the truth? You on mute if you're speaking.
I would advise that sister to remember, if 304 is dressed the way that you're dressing, then people are going to associate you with a 304, regardless of what you think or not. It's not necessarily about what you think about yourself, but if your attire is placing you in the category of something different, then maybe you need to figure out what it is that you're trying to be. And if that's a godly woman, figure out what the godly women wear. If I want to be a godly woman, ain't no way I'm gonna dress like a 304.
That's right. That's right. A lot of our praises, we appreciate you. A lot of our sisters feel like we're trying to take away their character or their expression of who they are, and that one of the only ways they can express that is through their clothing. And that's not what the Bible is trying to do, and that's not what us as brothers or even your husband is trying to do, right? But what you put on does say something about you.
Yes.
It may not say necessarily that you're a 304, but you're attracting certain energy now. Because when you're dressed how she is, my first thing isn't, I might want to meet her father and, meet her family and meet her mother. I want to sleep with this woman. Let's just be honest. Like, that's the mind. Man, I gotta have that. I want to see, man. Yeah, man. This is, I gotta talk about. What are you doing tonight? Tomorrow night. All right. Go ahead.
So I think answering the question that the sister posed to the panel, we had to. I want our sisters to answer, because all of our sisters, or all of the sisters who may be on the call, everybody didn't grow up in church. So is it wrong for a sister to want to dress sexy for her husband, whether you're in the truth or outside of the truth? Is that wrong? Or do you want to dress sexy for your husband? Does that mentality go away because you're in the truth? Or do you feel as though being in the truth now stifles your ability to be sexy for your husband?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's see how they answer this. Remember, if you want to get into the queue, you have to press *6. Right? to get to. It's almost like raising your hand. You have to press *6, and I'll see you in the queue. Just mute your phone, and then I'll let you know when we're taking more questions. Let's keep going in the video though, because they're gonna answer the question. They have to.
Dress sexy.
Dress.
So okay. I gotta.
Sexy.
Is it insecure if a man is saying, "Hey, listen, I don't really want you going out the house wearing that"? Do you think that's insecure, or could it be protective?
What's sexy?
That's a good question. The sister said, "What's sexy?"
Hey, Salaki.
He seems annoyed at this question.
So it is no. I'm not. You. If you say I was annoyed, lie.
No, I said she.
Oh, okay, God. But just look at the reaction, and this should tell you a lot about women. Rewind, if you could go back a few seconds. I think that's Cheyenne Bryant.
Yeah.
Watch her express her body expression. Look at what she does.
Which one?
Go
This
back.
one?
This
Oh,
one.
she covered.
Con. Watch what she does.
I see. Go ahead. I'm gonna play it.
Man is saying, "Hey, listen, I don't really want you going out the house wearing that."
She covered up a little bit. Y'all peep that?
Exactly. And that is a clue into the mind of women. Some women who want to be portrayed in a certain light, but they go with the normal trend, there becomes a conflict there. So you get cut when somebody brings out the appearance, and now you want to cover up, and then you got all this out. Why are you covering up now? Because it brings a certain level of shame, and that's what you can see being experienced. It's nothing it's nothing you can do. It's done. I just wanted to point that out, Salakia.
No, but you're absolutely right, because inherently she knows that she should be ashamed of wearing that. She knows that is not a way that a woman is supposed to present. It's no different than when you see women talk about sexual liberation and freedom, choice, etc., but then be like, "What's your body count?" And now they're apprehensive to give it.
Yep.
They don't want to give it because if everything was fine and everyone was free to do and behave the way that they want to, you wouldn't be scared to tell it. But of course, you don't want to tell it because you know deep down that it's a shameful thing to behave in that way.
Yeah.
You know, because when you look at what she's got on, what's the difference between that and actual real underwear? But you can guarantee that if any stranger, if she was walking around in her underwear and somebody looked and saw that, she'd cover up. She'd be like, "Oh my goodness, you're a pervert," et cetera, et cetera. But it's literally no different. This one just costs more and has rhinestones or whatever that is on it.
It's Salakia.
Go ahead.
So, and the reason why I posed that question is, I think, and I don't want to hear the sisters. I want to hear the sister's response. I think that at a certain coming into the truth, your definition of sexy should change. It should change from whoredom to stylish or classy. Your definition of sexy shouldn't be that. But I want to hear what this is.
Yeah, we got a sister on. They hung up. It was 6:09. They hung up though. Who's gonna get to you? Got to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. All right, let's keep going. Let's see how they handle this.
Do you think that's insecure, or could it be protective?
If I answer it, I'm gonna say that's not insecure. I think as your spouse and your husband, I can dictate you to on what you should and should not wear. Just like if I got a green shirt on and you don't like it, and you say, "Man, but you might look better in the red one." Yeah, I'm gonna put the red one up. You know what? You're right. Let me throw the red one on. I think we have that, but women get offended when the man tells them, "No, don't wear that," They get offended.
Mm-hmm.
If you say, hey, I don't like those jeans, try the other jeans on. You might look at the jeans. You might be right. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna put these other jeans on. All right, go ahead, Ak.
Kind of the one just to add on in relation to this topic. I don't think it's insecure when a man has input on what his wife or is wearing, because I don't think. Now I'm gonna speak in general terms. I don't think a lot of women have been taught a man's nature. They know how to get a man as far as his attention or materialistic things from him, but as far as why a man has a problem with your attire, I don't think that's something that's taught. And they're going to it. It is somewhat of a territorial thing because we know how men are, because we are a man and we were once in the world at some point in time, and we knew what we liked, what we didn't like. And it's very important, like to teach our children, our young daughters this as well, is how a man thinks and why these are modest apparel is really suggested and commanded in the scriptures. It's a reason for it. And it's really, yes, a man has to control the spirit. Yes. But we are also aware of the weakness of men, which is their flesh and which is lust. So we got to have some kind of balance and understanding that. Speaking, for our sisters, I yield that one.
Hey, to your point real quick, and I know we're about to get the video, but you got to think, like you said, a lot of times sisters, they aren't taught what a man really wants, what a man values, and what a man is looking for in a woman. So, but at the same time, they'll say, hey, I want you to value me. I want you to treat me like I'm special, like I'm a queen, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Value me. But then never take into account, well, think about it. Anything of value, if you get a bunch of money, where do you put it? In a safe, in a bank. Safe, secure, not openly easy. You don't take $100,000 and leave it on the porch just because, hey, it's at my home. It doesn't matter who has access to it. You don't take a Lamborghini and not park it in a garage, not put a car cover over it. Surely, if your Lamborghini was out there and you would have a problem with people just coming up to it, sitting on the car, taking pictures on your car, just, hey, no, they're not actually getting to drive the car. You're the only one that can drive the car, but they still have access to the car. They still have access to get close to it and deal with it on whatever level that they can. So that just are two examples. Anything of value, we know to protect it. We know to keep it away from everyone else and restrict the access because it's valuable. So how much more is a man going to want to do the same with a woman that he values and treasures?
Right. Hey, let's get a quick scripture and then let's get back in the video. But yep.
I don't want. Hey, you low. You real low. I can hear you speaking, but
I'm low. Can brothers hear me?
Better now.
Yes, better now.
Okay, kind. A little bit. Let's read the scripture. Proverbs 31:10 to Aharon's point.
The book of Proverbs, 31 verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So the Bible says, who can find a virtuous woman? And her price is far above rubies. That means she's not at the club every weekend. Right? She's not gonna be at the bar every week. That's not where you find a virtuous woman. The scripture says, who can find her price is far above rubies, right? So that virtuous that virtue is very important when it comes to our sisters, right? Not only in the truth, but how we put ourselves in the world. Because when you look at our celebrities today, none of them are dressed the same. You can see everything. They're showing everything when they perform, when they're out. That's just the culture now. Yep. And now that's training the minds of who? The youth. Wow. The youth is gonna have no problem with dressing like Cardi B, no problem dressing like Glorilla, no problem dressing like Sexy Red. they're going to be more inclined to do that. Why? Because that's what they see and they idolize these people. That's why those people are pushed to the forefront. There is no show like the Cosby Show where you got black family, couple, children, love, intelligent, smart. They don't want that to exist. They want you to follow the rapper, the dope boy, right? The ball player. They want you to have that in your mind. The sexy reds. They already told you about the rap industry, but especially for women, how they gotta actually kind of get into it. Being very sexual active, trying to make a name for themselves. So that's what they're pushing to our community and our nation. That's why we're doing classes like this, because the mindset has to change.
Hey,
right?
You can see the effects, because for brothers, we all kind of around the same age group. I can remember when tights became a thing and thinking like, whoa, I remember being shocked to see sisters just wearing the regular black tights and feeling like I was seeing too much. Like, make me work for it. It's a little too provocative. Now, that's become the norm. Now we completely desensitized to something that just within our generation was taboo.
Yeah.
Now people, kids, whatever the case, they're walking around with no undergarments, just letting themselves.
It's 5-year-olds dressing like adults.
Yeah.
But let's get back into the video. We digress. Let's get back into this video, because they're gonna answer it. That their entire panel has a view.
What's sexy? What I got on? Like what I got on right now?
Oh, let me.
She says what she has on is sexy.
I get a good look at you. Let me see. Where your shirt at? Is the camera? Put the camera back. Where your shirt at? Don't be trying to.
But it's funny though. Even she covered it up. But you came out the house knowing I don't got no shirt on.
Yep.
But then you did this to cover it up for what? Don't make no sense. Mike Kaya done lost his mind in the chat. I don't want to lost his mind. Like, what is happening?
Don't be trying to. Where your shirt at?
Brother said ain't nothing but titty tape under that. That's true.
Turn toward the camera a little bit.
Ain't nothing under there but titty tape, my boy.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna use. Okay, hold on. First of all, okay.
But that's how why women feel like they have to dress. They think that's how I'm gonna get this man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have our sisters on the other hand. Well, I ain't dressing like this for no man. Sure. Okay. If it's not for the man, it's for the attention of the men and the other sisters. That's, oh girl, I love girl, you killing it. That's T. What you got? Whatever they saying now, doing the little finger thing.
Yeah,
the talking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's what they doing it for. Attention. Because even this brother is losing his mind. He's joking, but he's losing his mind because what she got on is so revealing.
I see you. Hey, I was unfamiliar.
Hey, the nigga looked up like, oh wait.
And that's what he did. Oh wait, that is sexy, but not in sexy. I want to make her my wife. I'm sure this is about night. It's like that's what the mind state of a man. Right? Is what you have. Yeah, I gotta see what this got going on. Like the only thing Jay is thinking about is crack. That's
right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, sisters. A lot of men, that's what they're thinking about in general. But when you have that on, yeah, there's no other question. Be honest. All right, let's keep going.
I'm like, okay, all right. So we're gonna use that as a barometer. Kitty, what do you think?
Kitty, I'm feeling it.
You know, I no disrespect to you when I say
None
this.
taken.
Okay. I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. That's biologically how they are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got titty tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's.
Let's stop right there.
Right.
Because the Bible teaches this. Let's go to Proverbs 6.
Yep.
Go to Proverbs 6. We'll put it on the screen. Let's put the scriptures on the screen today. Who will want to read it? Just say, I want to put it on the screen. Go to Proverbs 6.
What do you want?
Hold on. This computer's killing me right now. Let me refresh. I got a lot of tabs open. It's like the second to last verse. And I want all of that. Hold on. I need my computer to open. There we go. Here we go. In the game. Let's start. Let me get it in the GNTI. We're gonna make this simple for the people today. Let me get it in the GNT. When we go to the GNT, it just makes it simpler. When you're looking at translation, the GNT will be a thought for thought. Mm-hmm. It's not a word for word, right? But it gives the sense. That makes sense. Let's read it here. Let's start at 27.
Count out of one. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, starting in verse 27 in the GNT. Mm-hmm. Can you carry fire against your chest without burning your clothes?
Of course not.
Can you walk on hot coals without burning your feet?
Definitely not.
It is just as dangerous to sleep with another man's wife.
So the Bible says it is just as dangerous to sleep with another man's wife as to carry fire against your chest or walk on hot coals. You're playing with fire. Read.
Mm-hmm. Whoever does it will suffer.
Read it again.
Whoever does it will suffer.
Come on.
People don't despise a thief if he steals food when he is hungry.
We could agree with that. If a thief, if a man is hungry and he steals food, hey, you might not despise him. Read. But
yet, if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times more.
But you got to pay that back if you get caught. Right? Read.
He must give up everything he has.
Read.
But a man who commits adultery doesn't have any sense.
You have no wisdom nor understanding if you commit adultery. So to Mr. Steal Your Girl, all these rap songs about I want to sleep with this dude, girl. I just hit your girl in my Gucci flip-flops. Mm-hmm. Read it again.
Salakia. Yet if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times more. He must give up everything he has. But a man who commits adultery doesn't have any sense.
You have no sense. You don't even have the dignity to be like, you belong to somebody. Mm-hmm. Get around before I call him. Like, I'll tell on you. Like, what are you doing? You don't even have that dignity. As a brother? No, not in the world. In the truth, you should have that.
Salakia.
Well, we make that okay.
Salakia.
Come on.
That turns off me personally. Any attraction is gone the moment the respect factor has to be there. This is someone's wife, but as far as me and that woman, if she's married, the attraction is gone for me. Like it's gone immediately.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it should be. Keep going.
Verse 33, Salakia, continuing in verse 32. He is just destroying himself.
You're just destroying yourself. Come on.
He will be dishonored and beaten up.
Come on.
He will be permanently disgraced.
Read.
A husband is Salakia. A husband is never angrier than when he is jealous.
Read it again.
A husband is never angrier than when he is jealous.
A husband is never angrier than when he is jealous. Why does the Bible say that? How many individuals can we go in the prison system and see that he done unalived the spouse and the dude that she was cheating with, and spend the rest of his life in jail because his rage and his anger,
crimes of passion.
There was just a case out here. It was a nurse and a doctor. They were together, but they was both cheating on each other. The dude couldn't take it. He unalived his spouse and himself. A husband is never angrier than when he is jealous. Read.
His revenge knows no limits.
His revenge knows no limits. That's for the spouse and the person she is in the fence with. Come on.
He will not accept any payment.
They don't want no payment. I apologize. I won't do it again. No, it's no payment.
No amount of gifts will satisfy his anger.
No amount of gifts will satisfy his anger. So a lot of women don't understand that men are territorial.
Right.
Every almost mammal animal is territorial. You see a lion, they're willing to fight to the death for the pride.
Hey, Salakia, that's a great point. I watch a lot of, if I may, I don't want Salakia.
Go ahead.
That's a great point. A male lion, let me tell y'all about a male lion. A male lion is only around the lionesses and the cubs when it's time to eat. Other than that, he is patrolling his territory, which is miles upon miles, and he's scent marking, trying to prevent other males from coming into the pride. Because the first thing a new male will do, he will kill all the cubs, and this forces the lionesses to come into heat, so they're ready to mate again.
That's right.
But his purpose and his being is protection and order. In general.
You don't spend no time. All he does is survey his area all day long and sleep. Soon as he get note of another male coming into this place, and he got plenty of women, what he do? He willing to fight to the death.
Right.
To the other one either flees or he flees or is unalived.
Right.
That's most men's nature. It's the same way. There is no way their men want to go for that. That jealousy, and a lot of women provoke that too. You got to be careful with that.
Yep.
Hey, that's heavy too. That's what I just said. A lot of women want the man to be jealous so they can get a reaction out of them, which is toxic. It's just they just hit a nerve with that one.
It's true.
Hit a nerve. She checked a few sisters with that. Let's keep going on a video. We'll go back a little bit.
Look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you. He's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure.
Let me say this too, because sis, dressing like that, if a man hollers at you, or went to the bathroom and he come by and smack your behind or do something outrageous, what you want me to do?
Right.
I gotta crash out now, right? That's what you have to do. At that point, you want him to crash out for you. Are we saying that it can't happen to a woman with the dress and that's dressing modestly? It can, but most likely, probably not. But it's possible. We're not saying it's not, but we're saying it's more possible when you're dressed like that.
Okay.
So if we can prevent those things, let's prevent them. Right?
Sure, he's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband, because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself.
That's a fact. That's a great point. That you're not looking when someone's dressing provocative. I may not be looking to wife that. That's not who I want to. How I'm gonna bring that home to mama. That's always in the back of the most men's head. Because mama got an opinion. Oh, he brought her around like this. She thought it was okay to come around me like this. So that respecting yourself is big. All right, brothers, got anything before we keep going? Now the brothers
Hey,
gonna
Salakia.
go ahead.
Hey, Adawan, that's a fact because, man, look, I remember, a lot of us, we've been out there in that world, right? We was the niggas in the world. And I remember it was one time when I did bring this sister to my mom. My mom gave me this look, like, bro, basically telling me, yo, I know she's a 304. You know that. And you go disrespect me like that? Like, yo, so when it comes to our moms or another woman having enough wisdom and intuition to know, like, this is who she is, you get caught up because of the beauty, but I'm trying to prevent you from getting caught up in her mess. Because a lot of us get caught up in a lot of different situations chasing these females because they dress like this, right? And a lot of situations is what we trying to prevent a lot of young men and a lot of young sisters from getting into, right? Because dealing with dealing with a sister who's toxic or dealing with even a man that's toxic, man, that's not something that you wanna be in. So how you carry yourself, you gotta carry yourself with a royal mindset. Because the man is not go a man know what's up, right? He know that you either looking for a friend with benefits or you looking to be wife. And a lot of times when you just like that, a man is not gonna wife you. I ain't talking about these simps, these weak dudes who gonna let you do whatever. No, no, no. That's not a man to me. Right? Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Salakia, just real quick. The book of Sirach 41:17 says, "Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a prince and a mighty man." So I doubt that this sister would go in front of her own parents, her own grandparents, would go to a family event, church, etc., like this, right? So if you wouldn't go around your parents like that, don't come around mine. You know,
right?
And it's like, again, another thing we kind of innately know.
Captain froze.
Froze.
He'll come back. He'll be back. Let's get a few scriptures. Let's get the classic. Actually, let's get the First Timothy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the First Timothy. Put that on. All right. Got to define some of these words and what this verse is actually trying to teach us. Right. Let's start at verse 9.
Kind of the one. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, starting at verse 9. In like manner also, that a woman adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
Before we teach what this is not teaching, let's understand some words in the chat, or if you press *6, you can come off mute. Can y'all still see my screen?
Kind of one.
Oh, God.
Kind of one.
What does the word modest mean? What is modest apparel? What does that mean? We got to answer that. If you want to call, it's 10 people on, but you got to hit *6 to get put in the queue. Gotta hit *6. What does modest apparel mean? What does shamefaced mean? What does sobriety mean? What is Paul trying to teach here as we read this? All right, let me see what the chat's saying. Somebody just called in. All right, if you want to say something, just press *6. Means covered. That's a decent one. It means covered. Anybody else? How would you define decent? That's a good decent, but then you would have to find what's decent. Respectful apparel. I like that one.
Oh, God.
gonna get into that. Dressing conservative, minimizing showing skin and body features. That's good. Being respectful. That's good. We got somebody on the call. The same Sister Yakana. Shalom, sis. I don't think she's on mute. Hold on, let me do this. Go ahead, sis. You can speak.
Shalom. I just wanted to say what I believe modest means, and it means just covering yourself up, not being out here showing everything that your mama gave you. Like, put some clothes on and be respectful. Respect yourself, so other people will respect you.
Excellent point.
Salakia. So that can be subjective as well.
Very subjective.
You know, because just covering up, and I think that's a lot of it's very subjective because as we were talking before class started, you know, we came from a Pentecostal apostolic holiness type church, so restrictions on dress was pushed heavily. What a man should wear, what a woman should wear. And some churches we went to, you know, they said that a woman should wear a dress that, you know, had to come below her knee. Mm-hmm. Another church, it had to go below the calf. Mm. And the last church we went to said that women's dress had to go down to her ankles. Mm. So it's subjective in how you understand what covering up means, because sometimes a woman or a man can have the notion that as long as my body is covered, that's all that matters. Now, how it's covered is something different.
Yeah.
Because I can, or a sister can wear clothing that may be loose, but falls on the body a certain way, and may move with a sister a certain way. Or a sister can cover herself with form-fitting clothing, but she's still going to say she's covered. So it becomes subjective to how you view that scripture, or how you review the term covered.
Yep. Excellent point. Let's look at it in the Greek. Let's look at it in the Greek and see how it's expressed here. Read that for me, the cover shot. If you knew this is Bible Hub, this is going to give you the Greek words here and then just the translation of how the words should be translated in this context, right? So let's read that.
This is 1 Timothy 2:9 in the Greek, or translation from the Greek. Likewise, also women in apparel respectable with modesty.
See, that's heavy because the KJV didn't insert that respectable.
That's right.
Right.
But the word cosmos, they're saying, has the intent of being or should be defined as respectable with modesty. So you can play with the word modesty, but can you play with the word respectable?
It's Salakia.
Because it should be respectable unto God. See that?
Yeah. It's the 1 Peter.
That's number one. It should be respectable unto God, not me, not your husband. Obviously, yes, your husband, but number one, to the Most High. And then your head, you represent him, because the head is over the wife. But the key word here is respectable. Somebody said Salaki.
Khan. Hey, if a brother can give me Proverbs 7:10, and another brother give me Sirach 16:9. I think
I got Proverbs.
and just understanding it from the Greek. Might be 6 and 9. Okay.
We got another call on after you get your precept out.
Just give me that Proverbs 7 and 10 first.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart.
And this what makes the Greek translation just hit different, because it takes the air out of 1 Timothy 2 and 9, because it now distinguishes, or the Bible distinguishes, what's respectable and what's not. So Proverbs is telling you that there is an attire of an harlot, which we know the profession or the manner of a harlot is not respectable. It's an abomination to the Most High, because it does what? It degrades the moral fabric of our nation. Give me Sirach 26 and 9 is what I want. Bring it up.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, starting at verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Read the next verse.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
So whoredom is known in a look, but here First Timothy is talking about respectable attire.
Yeah.
It's distinguishing the attire that a godly woman should wear versus somebody who's not in the truth, or who's not godly, who's not trying to be godly. So respectable attire is totally opposite. The intent is totally opposite from that of harlotry or whoredom. And it's a heavy point to understand that from the Greek perspective.
So how I would define modest apparel, and I had to think about it, and I said clothing that is respectable, appropriate, and not designed to promote or provoke sexual attention. Let's go back to the video. Okay. Let's go back to this. Would you say that what the sister has on here is designed to provoke sexual attention?
Of course.
She's naked.
Yes.
Can brother see the screen?
I don't.
Sure, it's lucky. What she has on, is that designed to provoke sexual attention?
Of course it is.
Of course. That's why she put it on. That's why the man, he lost his mind on the panel. He said, put her on the screen, up here on the big screen. Can't see it close enough. So that's how I would define modesty, or modest apparel. Clothing that is respectable and appropriate, and not designed to provoke or promote sexual attention. All right, I think there was a caller. Let's get the caller real quick. They might have dropped off. There we go. Captain Quabzala, he's on the call. You got it out. Captain Quabzala.
Hey, Salaki, Shalom Adawoyim. Yabashim Yashabakatham. I wanted to also add as well with the comments of what Captain Akawisha brought out concerning, what it is that the attire of a harlot is. And of course, it's a goal with what it is that they're wearing. Their whole mission is to attract the man for that intercourse, for that engagement. But I would also add on to that point with the sentiment that something that's respectful unto God, but also be respectful unto your brothers and your sisters. Meaning that it would behoove you to not put yourself in a position to where like Romans goes into Romans 14, where you're being considerate of how it is that they can respond to something like this, or how it is that it can be perceived. When it comes to, let's say, like an outfit that, when it's like, for example, for the sister, what kind of response or what kind of response could that invoke from somebody, right? Even for the men, like, yo, you got the gray sweats on, brother. What is you on, right? So when it comes to, I would say something that not only is respectful unto God, but it's respectful unto those that are around you, those that are pretty much would have to interact with you and whatnot, if that makes sense.
Let's get this scripture, right? Let's get this. Hey, that is the famous quote. Hey, the water for your generous donation.
Hey, the water, brother. Thank you.
He said, ain't the famous quote, my body, my choice. That's what they say. That's true. My body, my choice.
Yeah.
And that's basically what she's saying. Hey, it's my body. I want to wear this. Even if my husband doesn't necessarily agree with it, I still want to wear this. But you also have to remember this, sisters. All right, let's read this. It's 1 Corinthians 6:19.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, beginning at verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own?
You're not, that my body, you're not your own. You know, my body, my choice, you're not your own. See, if you saying that you follow the Most High, even in your Christianity, it says that you're bought with a price. Your body that's not your own. That spirit that's within you, that's not your own. So to parade yourself like that, you have no right. The scriptures will say, "Be more modest, be more ashamed." There is no shame in that. What do we say when it says, "Hey, that sister don't got no shame"?
Yep.
Right.
Because what? She's showing all that she has. She don't got no shame. She ain't even trying to hide it.
Salakia.
Go ahead. Keep reading that and then go ahead.
Come. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body.
Do it where?
In your body.
You got to be glorifying God in your body. And
in your spirit.
Which
are God's.
There you have it. Go ahead, Charlotte.
I don't want to add on. I think specifically talking to our sisters in the truth, they have to be an example to sisters in the world by the way that they behave. So they should know a few things being in the truth. Let's get Leviticus 19 and 17, and I want Matthew 5 and 27. I'm going to read down to 5 to verse 28. I want to get Matthew first, Barbara, whoever gets it.
You said Matthew 5, what again?
Start at verse 27, I'm going to read down to 28, and then also I want Leviticus 19 and 17. I want the latter end of Leviticus, but we'll read the whole thing.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27.
Read.
Ye have heard that it was said by them old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Read.
But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Correct. So sisters should already be aware of this. The sin of adultery starts in the mind, in the heart. And then after that follows the action. Because a lot of times brothers are already making plans. Once they've seen a woman in a certain light, they've already have devised ways to get close to her, whether it be, Bible study, let's study together. Do you follow a camp? How long you've been in the truth? We already have started to devise a plan to get to this woman. And I'm speaking in general terms, but we have to understand, and women have to consider. Okay, let me say this. Brothers, should we be able to control our spirit around women, regardless of what they're wearing? Yes,
of course,
100%, 100%. But the provocative dress kind of furthers the affliction, if you will, on the temptation of what men are thinking about. Let's read Leviticus, Parmesan, then I yield.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, beginning at verse 17.
Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
So we have to understand that we are suffering sin upon our men based upon the way that our women are dressing in certain aspects, right? So that has to be something that our women are aware of. And being an example, the sisters in the truth, when they dress, there's some men that I know in this faith that allow their wives to dress in form-fitting clothes. Now there's nothing we can personally do about that except make lessons like this. Well, we can go ahead, Salak. Go ahead, Anwar.
So then the question begs another question.
I know where you're going.
Whose fault or does fault lie on the woman for the reason the man lusted?
That's a good question.
Great question.
I want some people. It's a lot of people on the call, but y'all got to hit *6 to get off you because that was a great question.
Yes.
And especially because let's be frank. The clothing is designed to make a man imagine what sex would look like and feel like. That's why it's showing you the look and seeing the different angles or doing stuff to accentuate certain body parts so you can just imagine. It's designed to play with a man's imagination.
Yeah, so the question again for the brothers and sisters on the call, does the liability lie on the woman for the reason the man lusted after her? Is it her fault? And I want brothers and sisters to think about this, because there are some women who are very shapely, and no matter what they do, their shape is still seen. It's only so much a woman can do to try to tuck it in, pack it up, whatever they got to do. It's only so much that shapely women can do. So does the fault lie on her because she's shapely? Does the fault lie on her as the reason why a man lusted? Is that her fault?
If you want to call in, the number is scrolling at the bottom, 605-472-5308. Then you press the code is 650-372#. And then to get added to the queue, it's a lot, press *6. All right, press *6. People are already answering in the chat. Let me see if we got any questions. I don't think so. Nobody on the Q&A. All right. But some people already answered it. Let me see. I seen one. Where was West African I had on the screen? He said, where does comment go? Brothers need to be disciplined in mind and in spirit. I agree with you. I definitely agree. Brothers do need to be more disciplined. Right? Men in the faith allow their wives to wear. That's different. It's both. Okay, we got somebody on the call. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Go ahead, Ak. You got to mute the YouTube. Somebody on the call. Let's see. Go ahead, Michael. Somebody on the call. Let's see. Go ahead, Michael.
Can I be heard?
Come.
In the back.
The YouTube in the
Can
back.
I be heard?
Somebody on the call. Let's see.
Hello. Can I be heard?
Con, we can hear you, but you gotta mute the YouTube in the background.
My apologies. It's hard because I can't even hear you on a call, but I just wanted to make a real quick comment. I apologize if I cut you off because I really can't even hear you on the other end. I just wanted to say that when you brought up that point concerning the fault and where the fault lies, I think it kind of gives insight into a spirit that is adversarial and takes upon this men versus women type of dynamic that we see occurring across these platforms and these podcasts and things like that. And I think that when you enter into this truth with sincerity, that's something that you put by the wayside because you're going to take on the mindset that I am my brother's keeper. I do love my brother and I want to look out for what's best for my brother or my sister. So concerning that matter, if you take on this thought process like men are just depraved, sexual, lustful beasts, and it's not our fault, and things of that nature, I don't think you're really looking out for your brother in that aspect. And the same thing for brothers, if you're putting it all on the sister concerning what she can invoke concerning lustful lies and things like that. You guys got to look out for one another, and you got to both take inventory into the things you bring to the table. And I yield on that.
Okay, it's balance, intention.
Mm-hmm.
That's balance and intention. That's scriptural. That's Proverbs 11:1. So, if I may, I think what the officer is saying is, I agree with it. Is you gotta, at some point in time, we have to understand that we have very full-figured women whose intentions may be to dress modest, right? And then we have on the flip side of that, we have men whose intentions are to be upright and just with this sister, but they also notice other things about this sister's anatomy. Now, how they act from there is where the lust comes into fact. That's why I wanted to read that Matthew 5. Is the actions after, because the thought's going to be there. It's the actions afterwards, which makes it worse and worse and worse. And then we continue to perpetuate this battle of the sexes, man versus woman, and it does cause a lot of division. But we got to teach it. We have to teach it, especially for the children, our daughters. They got to learn this lesson that your intentions matter. Your intentions matter, and everything that you do, what you say, how you dress, what you eat, it's a lot. I yield.
And yeah, so like yes, both, but ultimately it does fall on the man, because a lot of times sisters are doing this to attract you. If you stop being attracted to whoredom, sisters will stop doing that because it's not working. They'll say, all right, well, I'm not getting a man like this. How do I get a man? Oh, they like him when I dress this way or behave this way or can do this. Let me go ahead and do X. And it'll go away for the most part.
Come on. You gotta say that again, Cap.
Hey, sisters are doing what works. They're doing what gets them the most results. So ultimately, we've got to change our mind frame, and we've got to change, and once again, where we get our dopamine from, what we allow to satisfy us. Because if we do that, then sisters will say, you know what? There's no benefit in doing that. But they're going to do what a man likes. They're going to do what a man wants. And if that's what they have to do, and man, give all their money, give all their attention, put them at the very top of the food chain, then they're going to do it. So it's ultimately up to us.
That's right. Let's get back to the video. That was a great question. Great bill. We're going to wait for some more callers to call in. All right. It's 11 people I can see on the call, but if you want to speak, you got to press *6. If you want to speak, you got to press *6. All right, let's get back to the video. Because we got one opinion. I think the sister had a great answer. Let's go.
That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. If you dress sexual, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself. I need to see how you see yourself. I know we always talk about women's empowerment. Dressing like that is not women's empowerment, baby. You can try it all day long. There's nothing empowering about that.
Okay, so you first.
Here's what comes off a bowl of strawberries when you drop this device.
Hey, that was a great point, though. She said that's not women's empowerment. Dressing like, see, we have been taught that I could dress any way I want, and that becomes women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how the powerful Black and Latino women look on the TV screen. But that's not how an empowered woman, I would say, should be dressing. Not what she had on. That's not empowerment. That's sexual attraction. The Snoop Dogg said. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with empowering yourself at all. So I would disagree with if women feel like that is sexual empowerment. All right, let's see what the brothers got to say. They speaking as men, so they're cursing. So excuse the language.
Fair use.
Because when I was walking back, I had looked at the projector. Now, so I guess my question is, all right, I hear what you're saying, especially at a certain level in a relationship, but there is a certain period where she isn't committed to nobody. She's maybe actively dating, and this attracts me. I think
You have to ask, well, what about this is attracting you? A one night stand, because that's okay in the world. That's norm now. A one night stand or sleeping with somebody after a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, and then y'all do y'all thing for a little bit, and then you just go like I never knew you. So that's what that attracts. When he says that attracts me, what do you think he's speaking about? Love?
Yeah. Far from it.
In love, marriage? Is that like what is attracting him? Right? Let's go back real quick. I don't want to get too far off that because we were reading First Timothy, but I wanted him to say that because this is what should attract you. First Timothy 2:9.
Kind of wants the book of First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety.
See, so that shamefacedness is heavy as well. If you called in, if you want to speak, press *6. Right? That shamefacedness. How do you define that? How would brothers define that? How would brothers define on the panel, on our panel, shamefacedness?
So, like it just you meaning just apparel or just spirit in general?
Spirit, apparel, however you want to put it.
Okay, so in apparel, I would say that if the sister's married, then it has to be some consideration before she steps out of the house, whether or not it's approved, by her husband, or it's something that's godly or modest apparel. That has to be her first thought, more so than, yes, she wants to look good in her clothing and she wants to feel comfortable and whatnot. But is this pleasing to the Most High? That got to be the first thought, and then her husband, and then so on and so forth before she leaves the house. Shamefacedness. We're just talking about the apparel and not her spirit in general. That's what I would say.
Hey, Salakia.
Humble. Yeah, that's a good word.
Go ahead, Naya.
I was going to say that too with shamefacedness. I would think that my rib will feel guilty by revealing what is only for my eyes, right? She should feel some kind of shame, which tells me a lot about her. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you that to show what's only for me, or even like a part of it, which is only for me and for my eyes. I shouldn't have to tell you that you should already have that in you. To be like, no, this is for my husband's eyes and his eyes only. Right? We understand our woman is very shapely. So no matter what you do, you can't hide everything. We understand. But for the most part, once a man see that skin, he don't need to see anything else. He already know the shape and everything else. Right? Like, hey, let's be real, right? So that's when it comes to being shamefacedness. When it comes to being shamefaced, I would think that she would be like, "Yo, I don't want to disrespect my man, my husband like that, and he shouldn't have to tell me that. That should already be within me."
I think that shamefacedness is taught as a child. That's the self-respect.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you can't come out the house looking like that. Put a shirt on when you outside, even with men. Like put a shirt on. You got all this company around, your aunties and grandma. Put a shirt on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, your uncles around. You gotta go put a dress on, right? Start speaking to the younger woman. Sure, that shamefacedness is taught as self-respect. Because look what the Bible says that of a woman that's shameless.
Yeah.
Right. Sirach 26 and 25. Somebody read that.
Kind of while I'm here.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A lot of people don't know this is in the Bible, but it says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Other translations tell you what a female dog is. They give you the word. If you understand, right? But
she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
Because she has some type of dignity, some self-respect about herself.
Yeah, so it's a natural reverence.
Yes.
It's a natural reverence for the perspective of who's ever in authority, whether it's your father, the church, et cetera, because you hit the nail on the head. That's instilled even as a child. You know, for those of y'all who either have daughters, little nieces, or something like that, you know, they might be dancing. Come in the room. They're not gonna dance in front of their dad. They're gonna be and he's like, baby, just it's okay. And it could be a super innocent, ha happy dance. But when dad comes, they perk up and they look, just because they have they're shamefaced in front of their father. They have a natural reverence for his opinion and his approval. You know?
And even I'm gonna give y'all a practical example today. This morning before the class, I was playing with my daughter. I was flipping around, doing flips and stuff. She said, Daddy, stop flipping me. I got a dress on. That's the shamefacedness. Because she understands, even at 3 years old, my daughter's 3. At 3 years old, that her dress needs to be what? Pulled down. No one should be under her dress.
That's good.
Right? So that's instilling that in a child. It's taught as a child. But a lot of our children are taught to be shameless. You can't tell them nothing. You can't teach them nothing, and they hate the word submissive.
Yep.
And that's why you have this war, men and women war in the so-called Black Latino community, Native American. That's why it's there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going the video. Oh no, we got to get sobriety as well. My bad. Let's go back to that. Read it again from the top.
Kind of the one. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that a woman adorn themselves, Salakia, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
We define that.
With shamefacedness.
We should define that, read.
And sobriety.
Sobriety, I would say sobriety is self-control, a sound judgment. That's your sobriety. Not meaning you can't drink. This has nothing to do with drinking.
That's right.
Being sober. Because another verse, Paul tells you women shouldn't drink excessively. So you could drink, just not excessively. That's another verse Paul teaches. But the sobriety here is self-control.
Yeah.
Right? You don't gotta open your legs to every man that's talking, that got a good story, that got good game. You have to have sound judgment. Yeah, it's a little too late. It's after midnight, after 1 a.m. Let me get in the house. I got kids and my husband's there. Let me get home to them. Right? We went out with the girls and be home at midnight. Having some kind of wherewithal, right? Being prudent as well.
That's right.
And then it reads on read.
Continuing in verse 9, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
And it's not saying you can't have broidered hair or braids or gold, jewelry, braids, earrings, necklaces. It's not saying you can't have that. It's saying that doesn't display beauty. The beauty comes from the inner woman. Right? The beauty comes from the inner woman, not because she can have the braids and the braids that you like that go all the way down to her knees at this point nowadays. The earrings and all of that. That's the outer beauty, yeah, but you're gonna have to marry that person or be with that person who she is on the inside. So Paul is saying that stuff don't matter. Because verse 10, read.
But which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
So you got to be professing godliness. This is what matters. So the woman must adorn themselves in what? Modest apparel, shamefacedness, sobriety, professing godliness with good works. Right? Let's get the precept for that in 1 Peter. Chapter 3, start at the top. Put it on the screen. Do a little reading. Let's read this.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Right. So you got to be, your wife should be able to win a conversation with her words. But a lot of women miss this scripture and just stop here. Being what to my husband? It says it's his subjection. Meaning he's the authority figure. Right. That doesn't mean he doesn't ask for your opinion, your ideas. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean if you say, I think we should go left, but he won't say, you know what, left might be better. That's not what that means. It means he is the head of the household. Right? That's what that means. Read on.
Verse 2, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
Let's get the definition of chaste. Let's get this definition real quick. Read that on the screen for me in the cover shirt.
Chaste is an adjective that primarily refers to refraining from sexual intercourse or activity, particularly those not sanctioned by marriage or moral teachings.
So we would teach that sex is marriage, right? Your chaste conversation is you engaging in these things. Because this is what the world teaches. The world nowadays teaches, yo, it's okay to have 56 bodies, and hey, I'm gonna still be a wife though. I done slept with 200 women. I'm gonna still be a great husband. That's what our world and society teach today. That it's okay to have freak offs. You know what the problem with freak offs is? Is then when you get a wife, it's hard to, that sex life that you really want, you had so many partners. This is for men and women. It's hard to get satisfied.
Yeah.
Because you always looking for the next thing.
The dopamine, yeah.
That's why they say it's hard to turn a 304 into a housewife. But it's the same thing for a man. It's hard to turn a man that's that whoremonger that's been with he done hit everybody. He need 5 wives to satisfy him.
Yeah.
Right? That part of our culture has to change. It's not cool in our culture anymore to be a virgin. You're gonna be, girl, you ain't had sex yet. What is you waiting for? You 23? You haven't had sex yet. You lying. Like nobody's gonna believe you. It is no longer normal to still have your virginity in your 20s. That 20s, it's not normal at all. But that should be the norm.
That's right.
It should be the norm. Think about it. You're in high school. You are sexually active with multiple people. You're 14. Sis, you're 16 years old. You've been in high school for 2.5 years and you slept with 6 men. What are we doing? Bro, I know you play football. I know you got the muscles. You in the 11th grade, 16 and a half, turning 17. You done hit the entire cheerleading team. Every sports team, you got a body. Come on. Slow down.
Salakia also. I don't want Salakia.
Go ahead.
If what's normal now also is that as soon as our daughters hit their flower, they're getting put on birth control.
Yeah.
Immediately.
To promote it. Or you have the vice versa. The mom's gonna give you condoms.
Yeah.
Protect yourself, boy. So what are you saying to your child? Go have sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're go have sex. Just protect yourself. But that doesn't protect from the disease. Condoms don't always work. Birth control don't always work. It can. And they come with side effects. Birth control. Hey, shalom to the general in the chat.
Hey, shalom, general.
Right? So these are things that society promotes, but we should be promoting that chasteness of a woman, that virginity. Think about it. It's 2026, and the conversation you want to have with a woman is, what's your body count? That's the conversation.
That's crazy.
And look how it goes. You ask the body count, and then all men know this code. If she say 3, times it by 3.
Multiply by.
Gotta multiply it. Think about our society. Think about what you're putting your children into. That's why there has to be a change.
That's right. Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
I think one of the main things I think we need to get out of scriptures like these is the change of the mind. That's why it's not so much dealing with the outward adorning, but it's actually the adoring of your mental state. And it's a shame that a lot of, even in the truth, we take the same concepts from when we were in the world and we bring it into the truth. And we wonder why things don't turn in our favor and why, brothers and sisters are constantly on counsel, because we're taking that same mind. The mind hasn't been changed. The Bible is designed to teach you a different manner, but we tend to hold on to that manner that we found in the world, and that manner is corrupting our nation. It's corrupting our people, and it does nothing but continue a cycle. So when we bring that same manner into the truth, we'll take on a few things. And this is why we were bringing up certain topics, and I was hoping to get some more sister interactive, but understanding that you can take a brother or a sister out of the world and come into the truth, but the manner hasn't been cultivated, or that mindset hasn't been pruned. The weeds haven't been plucked up and new seed been planted. They'll put on a form-fitting dress, and take on the mindset, well, I'm modest now. I'm not showing my cleavage, but you're still showing, you're insinuating your body. So your presentation, one, to the Most High is flawed, but because the mind hasn't been cultivated, that manner is still there. We take on a mindset that I'm gonna still be rebellious and adhere to the scripture at the same time. You can't do it. You're a hypocrite, man. Hey, and this is the way you gotta look at it. Give me Sirach 7 and 26.
Bring it out. And then we got a call on here. Bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 26.
Salakia, not Sirach. Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. Salakia.
Kind of the one. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, starting at verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Whoa. Listen to what Solomon is saying, man. Solomon sought out to find wisdom in everything. I mean, in everything. But he's saying, I found something more bitter than death.
Can we read it here out?
Read that. That's the GNT?
Yeah, come
read that.
Count out of one. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 26 in the GNT. I found something more bitter than death, the woman who is like a trap. The love she offers you will catch you like a net.
Gotcha.
And her arms around you will hold you like a chain.
Salakia. So this is what I mean. When the mind hasn't been changed and we bring that same manner that we had in the world, meaning I know what it takes in the world to get a man. A man wants to see cleavage. He wants to see a woman that is in his face. He wants to see all the shape of a woman. But I can't do that in the truth and have my boobs out or have my low cut jeans on to show my butt crack. So what does she do? She covers up, but now she wears form-fitting clothes, or she wears those garments that lay a certain way, if you catch my drift. So whenever that sister walks, the dress is moving with her body motion. So what does she do? I took off the halter top, but my mentality to catch that man or to present myself in a way to gain attention, this is why we're talking about intent. It's still the same in the truth. Because I know what men really want. They love the body of a woman. And some women will even use some of the things that we said as an excuse. Well, certain clothes just don't fit me. So what do you want me to do? Listen, that ain't every sister. That ain't every sister. I'm gonna give you the hard truth. Every sister ain't built like that. So it's your intent behind what you're putting on. That's the expression of your heart, and it's a snare. And what you're doing is right there. Seducing men. That mindset is more bitter than death, man. When that mind, that intent hasn't been rooted out, yo, you killing brothers. You murdering them. You murdering your sister, because now she looking at this sister supposed to be at a feast day, wondering why you dress like that.
Yeah.
Why this sister around all these men, around the elder, around the captains, around the officers, the soldiers, those that want to join the members, and she's seducing men? Or that brother ain't found out, hey, we ain't wearing them skinny pants up in here. And you showing print to all the sisters. You got to change that mind. That's what the scriptures are designed to do.
Change your mind.
But continue reading that, man.
Read from the top again, huh?
Count out of one. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 26 in the GNT. I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. Her passion is a snare. Salakia, is this back in the KJV?
This is the NLT.
Oh, Salakia. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 26 in the NLT. I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. Her passion is a snare, and her soft hands are chains. Those who are pleasing to God will escape her, but sinners will be caught in her snare.
That's right, man.
Hey, Solomon talking from experience. Some soft hands.
That's right. That's right, man.
That's right. Let's get the caller. Let's get the caller. 805. Hold on, real quick. 805, you got it. Go ahead and conversation. Talk to him.
805, state your name, where you're calling from, and your age group, if possible. Last four numbers is 4209. You got the floor.
Elijah, can I be heard?
Khan, we can hear you now.
Sister Gabby, I'm from Florida, and I'm 27 years old.
Crazy.
And I just had a quick statement. I was just going to say, nowadays, when you see sisters going to the beach, you see them wearing this two-piece, basically bra underwear, and they're perfectly okay with it being around men looking at them and other females looking at them. But as soon as they need to step out of the beach, right before they leave, you see them putting their pants back on, putting their shirts back on. Like, what's the difference in that if everybody already seen all of that? So what does that even change? Or right before they step inside Walmart, you see them trying to cover up, or they even have their little girls wearing two-piece bathing suits, like at the beach where other men see them. But when they have their kids play outside, oh, make sure you put some pants on. Make sure you put a shirt on. You need to make sure you're covering your daughters at the house, at the beach. And I was also looking at modest swimwear.
That's right.
It's a totally different view. It makes you think about what you're putting out there differently. And I deal with that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why that's so heavy, sis, because I say this on this class all the time. When we say we are the Israelites, we're saying we are God's chosen people, and we are the greatest people on the face of the earth, and everybody should follow our example. Listen to what you say, that every person on this planet needs to follow your example. That's what you teach. Mm-hmm. So the sister brought up a tricky conversation. What do Israelite sisters wear at the beach? Well, she said it. Now, because she knows she has to set an example, she said she looks up modest beach attire. I would agree with this sister. You got on a two-piece bathing suit, sis. I can't tell the difference between you Israelite and you over there. I can't.
Hey, Salakia, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity for sisters. Hey, you know what? We love the shirts, we love the fringes, we love everything. But hey, this might be a lane for you to make modest beachwear for sisters.
Right,
right, man.
Right.
That's right. Even me, I'll be honest with you. Even when I go to the beach and pool, before I take off my shirt, I am subconscious. I'm just subconscious because I understand. I think men and women, they understand. Yo, you come out like this, obviously people is looking at you. You know that. Brother got all the muscles, 6-pack. We with our family and children. You may need to keep the tank top at this one out. You ain't with just your girl and random. Now, if you got a hotel or y'all together and y'all the only ones at the beach, wherever the case may be, that's for y'all too. But you should cover that up. I would say you should cover that up or look for some type of modest swim apparel.
It's Salakia. I had a question for the sister. In her age group, coming into the truth, was it difficult for you to change your mindset and how you view being modest?
Yeah, that's for you, Gabby, sis.
So like I don't want to be heard.
Come.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Turn the YouTube off in the back. When you talk, you got to turn your YouTube off.
So I would say in my age group, seeing them is difficult for other sisters that I've seen. For me personally, I have always been the type to love to dress modest. Like I was always dressing in dresses, skirts, and it wasn't hard for me to change much. Yes, I was wearing stuff a little bit more revealing back then, but it wasn't a hard change because I would notice me dressing more modest would actually get guys they would try to talk to you and they speak to you in a totally different way than I've seen guys speak to the girls who be, I call it half naked dressed up. So to sisters my age, I've seen it's difficult, but they also need to put that mindset, like, what am I trying to attract? And that's just basically what you wear is what you attract. And I get with that.
That's right. That's the point. Hey, more sisters want to get a perspective. Even brothers, if you got a perspective, call into the call. Call into the call. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's get back to this video. Let's go back a little bit. Can we all see that?
Count out one.
All right, let's go.
Hear what you're saying, especially at a certain level in a relationship. But there is a certain period where she isn't committed to nobody. She's maybe actively dating. And this attracts me.
I think it attracts you sexually.
Let me see.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. What did he say? Let me see. He couldn't even. That's what it does. Like that attracts men sexually.
It's crazy. Educated. I think you gotta. In my opinion, sweetheart. My name is Mike. I'm a Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. It's just everybody's just shoot.
Y'all know we ain't dealing with no Scorpio, no Leo, no. We not dealing with none of that.
Yeah. Well, nobody think about her degree.
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly. I was gonna go there.
What
but
college
like,
she going to?
And that's what she should have led with, and that in itself highlights the problem. She's saying, "Oh, I'm more than just this presentation." Now that she see she's got your attention, you're looking, oh, guess what? I got a degree, I got this, I got that, I got all these wonderful things. But I don't even care about that now. I've got one track mind. I've seen what I'm here for. So anything you say after that is irrelevant. However, had you maybe started with that or give and offer me something from your body of knowledge, then I know I need to get at you in an entirely different way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or brothers know what it's like. Like some girls, you know, you can holler at them. You don't have to care. You don't even have to say anything. Just hand them your phone with a new contact and they'll put it in. As opposed to some, you see the way they present it. You're like, oh man, hold on. Let me get this right. And then you go and present yourself. Or you would say, you know what? I ain't even in the right space. So I don't want to mess it up. I catch her on the flip side. Just all based on how she presents herself. But see, the problem now is she's going to say, well, you're not respecting my hard work. You're not respecting my intellect or all of these things that I've built around myself. Men are trash. Well, sis, you come tell me that after it was too late. I don't care.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, Salaki, I one.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna make a quick point. It's if you dress like that, I'm not coming to you talking about, hey, how you doing, Miss Lady? My name is such and such. I'm saying, hey, what's up, shorty? How you doing? It's
come totally different.
But if you coming with a modest apparel, however you put it, right? I'm coming to you like, yo, wait a minute. I can't come and call you short and red from across the street. I gotta say, hey, how you doing, Miss Lady, and actually introduce myself. Right? I yell at one.
Bruh.
Yeah. But no, I think everybody on here is right. What I think people got to do is find a village in this sort of way. Like I'm not going front. Like I've had the pleasure of experiencing a baddie or two, and it was bad when I linked them, and it was bad while I had them, and it was bad after. And I'm not in a position where I want to turn my woman down because she's mine. Like if I met you and this is what you was on and you're confident in it, then I'm just going to let you run your movie. And now if you do run across this, like the biggest mistake we can make is removing jewels from our own crown to make them easier for other people to carry. Now,
what does that even mean?
If you stand on your woman,
this context, I ever heard, man. In this context, I understand what it would mean in general, but what does this mean in this context?
He just wanted to sound deep.
Yeah, and you hear the women. You hear the women in the back.
Put it in a way that says this is who I am, and you're confident in it. I mean, the only thing I do want to encourage you to do is just to be safe. You know, there's a difference between wearing it at 2:30 in the morning by yourself. You ain't got your gang of girlfriends, and you putting yourself in harm's way. But if that's the body God gave you, and you love it, and you especially if you was like this before you met that man, find a man that is able to deal with it, because it's all about the non-negotiables. That's how you eliminate the.
So basically, so what I'm getting is, hey, dress how you want to dress. Okay, don't let nobody tell you how to dress. But then that means that he has to say that to his woman, that he's okay. Because he said, I've been with baddies, I know baddies, something else he said, and baddies is gone. Why you ain't with them baddies? It was something about them that turned you off. And it had to change, or the relationship was going to be over with.
Yeah.
So that is a problem. That is a problem, I would say. Go ahead, Art.
And you gotta take everything that comes along with that. And I think a lot of brothers and sisters don't really realize it. And this is why intent comes into play, because what comes along with a woman dressing provocative, it comes along with disrespectful men, disrespectful women. So me being a man, I now gotta be that brother that can hold my hands like Mike Tyson, because it's gonna be a disrespectful brother that's gonna try your hand. And do I want to be that brother that gotta carry a pistol with me every time I go out with my woman? and face the potential for me to get locked up because I had to put a brother down because he was being disrespectful or being like this one brother. I let me get a closer look, or trying that woman because of the way she dressing, or you got another woman that you attracted by the way you were dressing that's now going to try your hand. Dude, you got to accept everything that comes along with that. And I think a lot of people, man, even in the world, they don't take that into consideration, man. You potentially putting yourself in danger as well as the one you with. And that brother get locked up. Are you going to take responsibility for that?
Let's keep going. You got more.
Interested from the eligible is how they handle your non-negotiables.
And I
stand on it.
So basically, he's saying if your non-negotiable is I'm gonna dress however I want to dress, then don't be with that man.
Yeah.
Some men will accept that, and some men won't. However, we're telling our sisters in the nation and all women they need to start dressing more modestly because the sexual expression of our women is out of control. It's out of control. We was teaching downtown Miami. Brother LOZ can vouch for me. I promise you, there was a woman walking past camp, butt naked. Literally. Everything out. Everything. But the sister next to her, she had clothes on, but she was butt naked too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy to see, like, yo, this sister is literally butt naked, nothing on. She had like the what's the fishnet on her arms and on her legs, and that was it. Akim and its brothers and sisters, and heels on, just strutting around. The other sister had like something tight, like a bra, like kind of what this sister on the right got, but without the cover, the jacket. But she was basically naked too. So sister's like, well, I'm not naked. I mean, you two opens away.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll meet a dude, they'll want to be respected, they want to be courted, they want to be paid for, they want to be protected, they want to be all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. A dude is never, ever, 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 ever going to want to give that to you if you're presenting yourself that way.
I want to get you. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you say I want to get you. A lot of cats ain't even gonna want that. It's 2026. They burning out here. So I mean, really, what message are you getting at? Because it's women who dress like that, but you can guarantee they would not suggest their son to talk to a woman that was dressed that way.
This is crazy, right? That's the reality. Let's see what the sister got to say.
I think it depends on the woman, right? I think it depends on what is your preference. Like, for example, I like a man who tells me, baby,
You should keep covering up.
maybe that's too sexy. It depends on what is your preference. Like, for example, I like a man who tells me, baby, that's too sexy. You're not wearing that. But I'm a hybrid, right? I'm alpha submissive. And
I heard on define the alpha submissive.
Oh, what?
What is that, man?
I heard on, can you define that?
Alpha submissive, basically, she thinks she runs the program, and then you got to make her submit. She's conditionally submissive. She does what she wants to. That's the type of girl that'll say something and make you have to, or make you want to fight her, not physically fight her, but get into it with her just so you can check her, just so she can feel like, oh, my man put me into submission. And that's stupid. Because let's just say if we just flipped it, right? And if a dude said, hey, you know what? I'm like feminine masculine. So, there are other times
I knew he was going to say something crazy.
That's probably a thing.
I wear dresses. I speak like a woman. I do all of that. But then I want you to put me in my place and make me.
Like
And
Cap
make
going
me
off,
be
man.
masculine.
Ottawa going off.
You know what I'm saying? What girl will want that? Like, okay, he acts like this. He's sassy. That's his default.
Yeah.
But after much trial and error, I get to finally make him act like a man. Since that's what you asking, telling me you alpha submissive. What are you talking about?
So I guess it's think like a lady, act like a man now. Like that is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Alpha. I'm guessing if I had to give my best, I think alpha submissive means that she has woman alpha tendencies, but she will submit. She can submit.
She's
but
conditionally submissive. Every
man,
now and then, she submits.
Yeah.
The man,
But naturally, she wants to take control, but she will submit. Is what I think.
And imagine the dude sound naturally feminine wearing a dress, but I'll get masculine if you bring it out of me.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man.
Just look at my kid, a sassy alpha male. That's wild. Come on, Yata.
I don't even like him saying alpha.
Is he wrong? That's what she said. Nah, I don't think so. He said he had the AK under the dress.
Man, Lord in Christ. Oh my
he
God.
said that. And you think, hey, the Madden cover 2027, 2026.
Yeah.
Nails painted. Nails is painted. That's I guess that's sassy alpha. That's a quarterback, tough guy. But your fingernails are baby blue and purple.
Only gonna say this. What happened?
That's that emo. That's that emo stuff.
That ain't even emo. Let's keep going.
Grew up with a father who's been in my life, and my father was from the streets, and he was very, very much on me. And he would say, "You're not wearing that. Take that off. That's inappropriate." And so, because that was my norm, when I am in a relationship and my man happens to say, "That's too much. That's too sexy," that is a protector. That's someone being territorial of me, saying you mines. And I like a man who loves me like this and says you mine, not like that. So it's preference.
Even the brothers didn't get that one. I said, "Whoa, hold on, sis. What are you teaching here?" But I guess what she is saying is she can take that correction from her husband.
If that's something you feel activates empowerment in you and you like that protective covering, I say you partner up with that. But if it's something for you that makes you feel like you're dummying down, then I say not do it. A woman like me likes it. I'm like, "Oh, it's too sexy, no problem, daddy." But it depends on what you like.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
Right, so let's.
But if you know that, why would you even play those type of games? If you know that, why would you try to toe the line? Because she likes being restrained. She likes to go too far, just so her man can pull her back. She say, "Okay, that's stupid. That's childish."
Yeah, we don't have that's the games. So let's go to the classic, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 11. And we're gonna read verse 3. Let's read that when we got it.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So your husband has the right to tell you, "Nah, babe, take that off."
Yeah.
That's what the Bible says. The Bible says your husband has the authority to say, "Nah, we're not doing that. You're not wearing that. We're not going here. We're not doing this. You can't do this." Right? Should he be a lion in his house? Of course not.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't want you, what we're talking about, to wear the sexual attractive apparel, then he has the authority to let you know that. Read it again.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God.
So even Christ has someone to answer to. So how do you, our sisters and women in 2026, have no one to answer to? Nobody can tell you nothing. And if you don't have a head, guess what? Guess who's your father? Dad, you think this wear me out like this?
Yeah.
But even some dads nowadays, yeah, go ahead, baby, because they don't even want to deal with it. I had a sister tell me on my job, her daughter is in the LGBT whatever community, right? And I asked her, I said, well, what if your husband says, she said, I want to make my house safe for her. That was her whole thing about it. She said, I want to make it a safe space. I want her to be open and be able to tell me and come home and she feels like she can express herself safely here. I said, whatever. Then I said, what if your husband says that he doesn't want his daughter that way? He can't have that opinion in here. I said, damn. He needs to make it say, I would be so upset with him if he did that to her. I said, but if that's not what he wants his daughter to do, why are you upset? He can't try to encourage her other ways. No, because it's not. If it comes from a biblical place, we did everything wrong biblically anyways. See how they think? So she's letting it be known her husband barely can't even have certain opinions in the house. She's gonna make noise about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of brothers going through that, and a lot of women have that spirit instead of having this spirit. Let's read Ephesians 5:22.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Read.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
In everything. So you have to submit or be in subjection to your husband in everything. That's what the Bible says.
Yes.
But also the next verse says the husband has to love your wives even as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. Yep. So it's his job to protect, provide emotional support. It's his job to do that too, but the Bible has a role for both parties at the point.
And Salakia,
go ahead.
When we go back to Proverbs 7, let's just let's read 10 again, but I want to read 10 to 13 to show what comes with whoredom. And we're seeing it reflect. We saw it reflected in Cheyenne Bryant. We saw it reflected in the girl who asked the question. You know,
hey, really, this whole thing.
Listen,
this is heavy. Start at the top,
man.
Start at the top. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
Right.
Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
You understand? Okay.
That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
Now read it in the GNT on the screen now. Make it plain.
Now, understand this. So this is twofold. This could be talking about, obviously understanding a doctrine, etc., but also literally, we're talking about actually dealing with physical people here. Okay, for context. Keep going.
Where was that? 5?
5. Yep.
Verse 5. They will keep you away from other men's wives, from women with seductive words.
All right, because it's already understood how powerful or influential a woman is to a man, right? And how easy it is to slip and fall because of a woman, right? Keep going.
Once I was looking out the window of my house and I saw many inexperienced young men, but noticed one foolish fellow in particular. He was walking along the street near the corner where a certain woman lived. He was passing near her house in the evening after it was dark, and then she met him. She was dressed like a prostitute and was making plans.
And what?
And was dressed like a prostitute and was making plans.
Because that dress is a snare, and she's making plans to trap this dude. And that's when she's like, "Oh, if I wear it just like this, I can have the tape on. It'll go right before here, and the brother see me like this, and the light will hit that thing just like she's making plans to trap you, right? But guess what? Just like anything, something that's gained, ill-gotten, it's hard to appreciate. It's hard to respect. It's hard to value if I know that I had to kind of pull some trickery to get it. But if I actually took an altruistic approach and went up the proper way, then I might actually value it. But a woman who's dressed like that, nah, she's out there to get something, right? Now, verse 11.
She was a bold and shameless woman who always walked the streets.
So right here, but in the KJV, I actually like it in this one in the KJV, because it says what? She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. And it is stubborn as HECK for Cheyenne Bryant to be sitting up here talking about how she always kind of blurs the lines and allow her man to check her because she likes it. She's playing with being stubborn. I don't like it when you dress like this. I like it when you're modest. Yes, look fly, look all of that, but I like this. But trying to test the edges of the water, that's stubbornness. And every single time a women are dressed like this, what is it accompanied with? Like you said, my body, my choice. You can't tell me something. You can't control what I wear. You're insecure. It's just stubbornness. And 9 times out of 9, it comes with what? Being loud and clamorous. Why? Because the same lack of shame that allowed you to dress like this is the same lack of shame that allowed you to be loud and clamorous and not care.
Right.
The two come with one another, right? So as a man, if I see you dressed like that, I already know what type of problems you come with. Yeah, you bad, you high maintenance. Yeah, dang, you fine. I know you got an attitude. Come here. You know what I mean? It's just certain things associated with that type of look, right? Unfortunately, right? And guess what? It says what? She will not keep her feet in her house. Constantly got to go outside to do what? Get that social validation. That can be outside or that could be Instagram. What Kanye say? Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. Instagram got your girl. She'd do it for the gram, or she'd do it for you. But a lot of times they act like, hey, you know what? It's just for my man, or I'm just doing this for me. But you're not. That's why you constantly want to be seen. You're constantly out there. You're constantly trying to get attention. And we're not stupid. And you want people to not believe their eyes and not know what's naturally what we all understand. The same shamefacedness we talked about kids having naturally. You want me to suspend that so you could dress like this, but then treat you like you're a queen? It's stupid.
Keep reading. Watch this. Keep going.
Verse 12. Or stood waiting at a corner, sometimes in the street, sometimes in the marketplace. She threw her arms around the young man, kissed him, looked him straight in the eye, and said, I made my offerings today and have the meat from the sacrifices. So I came out looking for you.
Hey, she's done. You done. Eve tell you that? You're done.
She gave you up. She being very intentional, trying to snare you. That's why I said, look, you got to fear the Lord, or else anybody else, you gone.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, Salakia, look, I mean, you go back to the sister in the video clip, the eye contact that she's making, she's biting her lips. She knew exactly what she wanted to do, man. But before she got to that show, she knew exactly what she wanted to wear. She knew what she wanted to say. She had a speech prepared for her questions. She had wrote them down and was reading from it. If y'all noticed that.
Yeah.
It was a snare, man. It was a snare.
And then before she even asked the question, what she did, she threw a shot at the guy. She threw a shot right at him. That's why she said, and educated. She had to act. She should know what she's doing. We all know. We understand. All right, let's keep going.
Verse 15. I'm gonna read this again. So I came out looking for you. I wanted to find you, and here you are.
Read.
Hey, Salaki, real quick.
Go ahead.
Because you can picture this.
Yeah.
Right? This is very visual. Like you got this idiot. She boom, put her arms around him and she hit him with this. Oh, you looking for me? Like it's crazy. Verse 16. I've covered my bed with sheets of colored linen from Egypt. I perfumed it with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come on. Let's make love all night long.
You're done. You're done. You leaving your homeboys. You forgot your wallet. You're done. You're gone. You gone. Because she ain't done. Let's see what else she say. Read.
We'll be happy in each other's arms. My husband.
Who?
My husband.
Oh,
this is crazy.
Isn't at home.
Read.
He's on a long trip. He took plenty of money with him and won't be back for 2 weeks. So she tempted him with her charms, and he gave in to her smooth talk.
Gotcha. Read.
Suddenly, he was going with her like an ox on the way to the slaughter.
Yep.
Like a deer prancing into a trap, where an arrow would pierce its heart. He was like a bird going into a net. He did not know that his life was in danger.
He didn't even know. That be the movies where the husband come home.
He came home too early.
He didn't even know he's in danger of his life. Read.
Now then, sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let such a woman win your heart. Don't go wandering after her. She has been the ruin of many men and caused the death of too many to count.
Damn, read.
If you go to her house, you are on the way to the world of the dead.
Read.
It is a shortcut to death. Man, that's a cool breakdown.
That whole chapter is about not falling into the hands of seducing women.
That's right.
And the number way you seduce a man is by what you wear, sis. Because Timothy tells you the other side of it. Let's go back. Let's go to 1 Timothy 5:14. It's on the screen. Because we keep talking about the married women where they say, well, what about the younger women? What about the single women? The Bible got advice for you. Read.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry.
They should do what?
That the younger woman marry.
So you have to be trying to be married. That's why the scriptures say, he that getteth a wife, meaning she was a wife already. She wasn't trying to be promiscuous and outside. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy your time. But the scriptures say, I would therefore that the young woman marry. Read on.
bear children.
Come on.
Guide the house.
Come on.
Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. That's key.
That's what happens because our adversary speaks reproachfully of our women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Think about this. There is a culture of women that fly to Dubai. So I gotta finish the rest. Okay. For $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, do I have to finish the rest?
Wow.
Cap said, there's a culture of women doing it. But the scripture says the younger women should marry, their children guide the house. And then Peter tells you this: you better be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. And that's what happened. Let's keep going with the video. Keep going. She gave us 2 cents.
It's on mute.
It's on mute. I don't want to Salakia.
Hold on. Oh, you got to hear what she said too, because that didn't make no sense. You shouldn't even ask this question from what she just said. Let me come back to it. Let me know if you can hear it.
Like me likes it. I'm like, oh, it's too sexy. No problem, daddy.
I get it.
You like?
That's all I'm saying. Like, I want someone who, like, if you don't like it, I don't have a problem with submitting. You know, but I feel like in your mid-30s, it is hard to date.
So if you don't have a problem submitting, then why even ask the question if you're willing to change?
And Salakia,
go ahead.
What exactly does she mean by it's hard to date? Does that mean the only way that she thinks she can attract a man now is with the way she dressed? Because it's hard to date? Is that the question? Is that the point she's making?
It sounds like, well, they didn't act. They wasn't asking intentional questions. They talking about it. How they answer. They talking about something else. But that's a good question to ask. What do you mean it's hard to date in your 30s? Are you talking about the dating pool? Are you talking about you need to dress like this to get a man? They're not attracted to women that dress modesty. What you mean by that? I don't know.
I think what the sister is saying, it's hard to date.
Yeah.
And what she's really expressing is the way she presented herself brought a certain man. That man was attracted to the body, or as Captain Aharon would say, he was attracted to that Lamborghini. After he drove that Lamborghini for a while, Lamborghini wasn't what I thought it was.
It's a Nissan.
So now he gone and found him somebody else. So it becomes hard. And it's because of what you're using to catch the men that you catch.
Yeah. Absolutely right.
I wondered, did any of the brothers on the panel on stage ask her that to clarify that? I don't think they did.
Let's find out. Let's find out, huh?
Because when you're educated, you're black, you're smart, and you know how to submit.
That's how you know he ain't feel like, I ain't trying to hear none of that with all of that.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
What you got on? Do you see what you got on? The hell with that.
Yeah.
They like, where you coming from? You're an alien.
Well,
I submit, but like when you tell me I'm doing too much, like how? Like I'm loyal.
If you say how, you're not submitting.
Right.
if I said, yo, that what she has on right now, yeah, where we going? Where we going? No. You must. If she had that on, then I'm gonna start taking my clothes off because what are we doing here? That doesn't look like we going to no. They don't even like cheesecake no more. Ruth Chris or something. That don't look like we going to a fancy place. This looks like we about to get busy in here. So what are you trying to tell me? I have mixed signals. So Oh, you mean you're wearing that to go out? Oh no, take that off. You're not wearing. Put some over that. Put some over that. There's no way we about to go kick it like this. You is naked, topless, basically.
Yeah. and because let's just, for the record,
facts.
A breast is more than a nipple, people.
Yeah.
It's also the side. It's also the curvature. It's also all these other things. And this, if you tell her, she would say, "I don't have my breast out. I'm covered."
So simple. That's how simple-minded that is, huh?
Right.
She said her default is to be submissive, but she asks why, and she's loyal. Okay.
Y'all got
by default.
I'm gonna give advice.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna give advice to all the lovers out there. So I want you to be very conscious, right? If you got a man and he put on Facebook saying single as his status, you would not appreciate it. I want you to understand that when you go outside looking a certain way, there's a sign over your head that says available, right? You know a store is open because that sign is lit up in the window. All your man is asking you is, baby, I need you to close that sign a little bit for me because you are not for sale. You are mine. You understand what I'm saying? You would feel the same way if he was going out selling something that was unavailable to this world. So I just want to let you know, it's out of respect for your man. You listen to those words, not out of insecurity.
That was a decent answer. That was a decent answer.
Yeah.
Because that says for sale. That means she's open. Like, not she's selling herself, but she's open. Like, hey, you. I don't think she's in a relationship. If dressed like that alone, you got a man. He let you come outside like that? Nah. Well, you don't care about him. No. You don't care about him. No.
That's like them girls who be going to the Chris Brown concert with their man, getting freaked on in front of millions of people.
Mm-hmm. That's another problem. We might have to touch that topic. Mm-hmm. That's another problem. You got the Chris Brown show. They tonguing Chris Brown down on stage, dancing on him.
This girl was over there, Harlem shaking on the stage. You know what I mean by that. And her husband sitting over here, right there, watching her just have a whole moment.
That's crazy. That's the world we live in. But look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown just had a baby. He's with the woman. What are we doing? All right, let's keep going.
We good?
Is that when you get a man?
Hold on.
That's when you have one.
Fontaine?
You dress how you want, single, baby.
I think.
He threw us off with that. Just how you want, single, baby. No.
Man, he just contradicted his whole point.
Exactly. Everything he said is.
You just killed your whole point. It went one ear out the other with that last statement, bro.
No. Don't dress how you want when you're single. No. Get it in Deuteronomy.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. Salakia.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, starting at verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So not only do you have to dress modesty and respectable, you also can't wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Scriptures are telling you, hey, put a nice dress on, sis. Single, married, child. Right?
Salakia, I think I went in. Oh, Salakia, go ahead.
Now bring it out.
No, I think I went into the GNT for that, and it says specifically dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today. Let me
double
check. Salakia, go ahead. I don't know.
But that's the point. But our people have this notion that if I'm single, I could do whatever I want, but when I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna change. And guess what? It don't always work like that.
Right.
People don't just change. No, you have to be becoming of that. Isn't the scripture says to be becoming of a wife? Am I mixing two scriptures?
Let me see.
Am I mixing scriptures? You look that up. Let's see if that's a verse. I think I'm mixing two scriptures.
Yeah, I think I'm doing the same.
Now y'all mixing two. I'm mixing First Peter and Titus. They say something similar. All right, but let's keep going because the next brother about to speak, and let's see what he say. But that other brother, just how you want when you're single. Now we will disagree because when you're single, you should honor God the more because you're actually even somebody. You know,
this almost feels illegal to know if you're a.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that. See, even the commercial.
I might have to be.
Dress how you want, single baby.
I think I might have to be the only one to double down with Mike, man. Like I'm not one to think that women's empowerment equals a certain thing. Shit, I'm a man. I only got so much business speaking on you know what I'm saying, what empowers a woman. But what I will say is,
and I hate this attitude.
Oh my God.
Because you might have a daughter, brother.
Yes. Yes.
You might have a daughter, and it's going to be your job as a man to help her understand even what women empowerment is in the perception of a man. Let's keep going.
this. I'll speak to the fellas instead. Fellas, if you don't want the woman with her titties out, don't fuck with her. If you don't want shorty to—
That's actually wrong. That's the only reason I wanted her. In that moment, that's the only reason why I wanted her, because her breast was out. That's why I wanted her. If I decided to wife her, she can't dress with me like that because I got you like that. So I know what other men are thinking. So if I wifed that, there's no way we're going to continue in this mode. I got to change. How is that? How does she continue to dress like that? And that even sparks the question, do people change? Somebody might find the truth. Hey, now the whole household got to change. Whole being in existence. Now what, I can't tell her because I got you like that hey, I need you to wear this now? No, that doesn't make sense. I get what he's trying to say, but I would not. It was case by case.
be in the club that know all the promoters and shit and be having the bottle, don't fuck with her. What I mean, fam, is this a woman out there who present herself in such a way that you'll be attracted off the rip? Like you'll see her and be like, okay, that's the one. Not, man, if she closed her blouse up just a little bit and maybe stop wearing heels in the club, even though I'm in the club looking at her and I'm attracted and it's the reason I'm about to shoot my shot. Like, bro, all I'm saying is, fellas, we got to stop being goofy. Because often, like, we let the lady say, oh, you can't change no man, you can't raise no man. Nigga, you can't change none of these bras neither. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, dog. Like, not forcefully, who you are.
I started snapping.
I don't.
My brother Sting.
I don't.
Halfway through his message.
It's some truth in there, but it's mixed. It's a mixed bag for me.
I'm being honest. It's not even worth the hassle. All these people out here, it's not worth it. For what? Why am I doing all of this to try to change you, to try to convince you as to why I don't want your breast out? It's not worth it. And as a man, bro, just work on yourself and your options will go like that.
Salakia, I hear a lot, man. And then I hear a lot from sisters when they say, you know, sisters mostly in the world is it takes a certain man to handle me. To add on to Aharon's point, why do we have to handle you in a certain way in order for you to take heed that we're generally, in general, men say what they say to a woman to protect them from things that they don't see and they don't hear. I'm gonna give y'all a quote I heard from a movie that means that reigns true today, I think. And it says, women and children can be careless, but never a man. And the reason a woman and a child could be careless is because the man is present and he is leading righteously, and he's providing and he's protecting, that is the only reason they are allowed to make mistakes that will cause us our lives, just generally speaking. So when you say that a man has to be a certain way to handle you, or you have to be in a certain tax bracket or a certain credit score or certain build or certain height to handle, like nobody wants to deal with that. Like, I don't want to run. Why do you want to destroy yourself? She looks great, don't she? Yes, she looks great appearance wise. Okay. What happens after that? What happens after that 5 years into that marriage? Because you're married now, right? Y'all married. Now let's flash forward a little bit. Y'all married. Now what? The beauty starts to fade, sisters having children, brothers gaining weight. What happens now? What maintains that marriage if it doesn't have a biblical, scriptural, godly foundation? It's gonna fall. It's gonna be miserable for everyone involved. Everybody, man. Brothers don't want to deal with that. I'm just being honest, speaking as a man. I don't want to deal with that. Why do I have to endure so much to handle a woman, quote unquote, handle you? What does that even mean? I yield out on one.
Good point. The brother did make a good point. He said, if you found in the club, you expected a change. That is a good, true statement, though.
It is.
If she be at the club every weekend and then you try to change her and you don't want her to go to the club no more, but you met her in the same club, come on, I
agree with the sentiment, because
I agree with the sentiment. Go ahead.
You gotta be real with yourself, man. You trying to make somebody be something that they really don't want to be. No, I'm not wasting my time doing that. I'm looking for somebody that I want to be with.
Yeah.
Me trying to hold on to a hope that you're going to change. Nah, I'm wasting my time.
Because how long would a change last? Is it seasonal? Is it because you like me for the moment? What happens when we argue? Are you going to go back to that?
Yep.
It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
And in the world, it's a song that talks about this very topic, and I feel like we all kind of have the song going in the back of our mind, but this shows to just not even in the truth, but even outside the truth, brothers in the world understand that you can't turn an arguing tool into a housewife. You know what I'm saying? And the pursuit of doing that is almost futile.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Nothing but the Lord, you know what I mean, can change. And then a lot of times, because I'm being honest, if you do try to bring about a change or something like that, it's with resentment. And they're kind of just waiting to exercise this underlying resentment that they have because you met me one way and you turned me to another way. Or you got me so caught up to where I couldn't afford to lose, and then you turned me into something I never was. That's so bad.
That's how I go. Let's keep listening. Oh, we got a call on the line. 754. 754. Go ahead, Couch. See if we can hear it.
754. Please state your name, where you're calling from, and your age group.
Peace, God.
God.
You hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, loud and clear. We can't hear you now. You went out.
Okay.
We hear you now.
Yeah, I agree with what the guy said, man. Honestly, it's like we as men.
Dropped off.
Oh, he dropped off.
Yeah.
He called back.
I think, brothers and sisters, when y'all call into the call, you got to listen to the call, not the YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a lag when you're listening to the YouTube.
You have to turn the YouTube completely off. You have to ignore the YouTube. And it's like you're on a phone call.
Yeah, man, because you end up listening for your response on YouTube and causing the actual delay on the call. So just have a regular, normal conversation, and it'll come through fine when you replay it on YouTube. Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
May open up space and show her something different and make her change herself. But nigga, you ain't finna be out here changing no woman. You not insecure for asking a woman who be having her titties out to put them up. You goofy. You're goofy. And it's we got to start drawing lines. Every time a man got complaints or some shit like
I would kind of disagree with that because she might think that's right, and it's my job to show her that's not right, sis. She might have some spirit. It depends, though. It is situational, but it can be my job spiritually to be like, yo, look, sis, in the scriptures, like if I'm at camp and we see this sister and we chopping it up, eventually the conversation, it may not be the first time, but down the road, eventually, I'm gonna have to, sis, you can't dress like that around here. That's not how the Most High intends you to dress. And if she's spiritual and the Most High gives her the understanding, she'll understand that and can receive the correction. So some people need to be corrected, but there's others that don't want to be corrected. So I think that's probably who he's talking about. And if he's talking about the one that doesn't want to be corrected, then I agree. Don't waste your time with that. You about to go down this terrible rabbit hole. It's gonna be miserable, right? But if she's showing, hey, you know what? Hey, maybe you is right. The Bible, I didn't know the Bible said that. You know what? I'm about to change the wardrobe. And she's on her own willing. Then the Most High you have planted the seed, and the Most High produced the fruit. All right, let's keep our back in. Go ahead, Nakao Shop.
It's 754. You got the floor.
If you on a YouTube,
y'all hear me?
Yeah, if you on a YouTube, don't listen on the YouTube. Only listen on the phone. That the phone that you called.
I think I'm in a bad area.
Oh, he might be in a bad area. We hear you though.
I'll check back in when I get out this area. Yeah. Like it's still a lag. It's probably the area I'm in.
Okay.
I'll check back in when I get out the area.
All right. Let's keep going.
that. Is not insecurity. Some of y'all niggas just dumb, bruh. You asking women who been in the club every weekend for the past 4 years to be something different.
That's true. What do you want her to do? Can she change? Maybe. Will she? No one knows. No one knows. That's up to the Most High at that point. If she wants
that STD test didn't make her change, so why would she change for you?
That was crazy. That's why I got one on this show. That's why I know that. So that's why you're on the show. You're gonna say it, but that's real. I didn't make it.
My nigga, that's a little dumb, don't you think? Whole time it's women who be at the crib, who be at Target, who be at the fabric store, covered up, still just as conservative as you want, but you don't be there, nigga.
You in the club. You in the club looking for a wife. Wrong idea.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Some of what he's saying is making sense when he's speaking to the men. You in the club looking for a housewife. Is that the place to look for the housewife? The club? Every weekend? Nah, that ain't the place. I haven't seen that work. Y'all ever seen it work?
What? Meeting somebody in the club and then get married?
Yeah.
Rare.
Rare. Very rare.
You asking a woman to conform to a set of standards that you don't know shit about. Matter of fact, while she at the crib covered up, your ass still fitting to be in the club. Nigga, quit playing. All I'm saying is, like, fellas, I get that, like, the ladies got their things, they got their gripes, they got their shit that they be fucking up with, whatever, what have you, but we not tight enough to call them on certain shit, you feel me? And how they dress, all that. Nigga, we got to check the predatory thinking and ways within our circles before we start talking about how women dress, G. Because it's way too many of us that look at women as objects regardless of what the fuck they got on. And you don't check that shit with your man. But you want to check a woman, you feel me? Like, so what I'm saying is, if you're going to buy...
Now, he cut a lot of brothers with that.
Mm-hmm.
He cut a lot of brothers with that. Every woman, don't matter what she got on, you look at her as an object. Modest, unmodest, they the same to you. He cut a lot of brothers with that. All right, you lust after everything. Can't control it.
Yeah.
But you're the first one to tell someone what to do.
Yeah.
So he basically saying you got the beam in your eye, or you calling out the beam in somebody else's eye, but you have a mote in your eye.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's basically saying they don't be hypocritical. I could follow that. Don't be hypocritical now.
What?
Like that. That's what he's really trying to say. You say you want her to dress modest, but actually you do like what she got. Yes, you do. But not just with you. That's the point. You do like you want her to wear that with you, but you like that.
By that standard, cool, cuz, like, you got that. But stand on that with everybody around you, not just the women, especially because you ain't even trying to pursue most of them like that. You be up here passing judgment on women you wouldn't wife, can't wife, or don't want to wife. You feel me? So let's tighten up if they gonna tighten up. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this question. Would you be cool with your man going outside with the no draws, gray sweatpant combo?
He got the dick tape on.
Yes or no?
Dick tape on.
Use the language. Use the language.
Go to his left thigh.
It's on the side.
Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? Put it in the mic. Are you okay with that?
I'm trying to get myself because I'm
Yes or no? We got our first question.
Now they didn't let her answer. They went to the next thing, but I'm pretty sure she probably said no. So that just goes to show, right, that you ain't willing to go out with your man like that. You're gonna say, "What are you doing? You need to fix that."
Mm-hmm.
So it's for you to go out like that, but I can't tell you to fix what you got on. Go ahead.
Right.
Salaki Yarman, that might have been what Officer Michael was mentioning earlier in the chat. He said there's a spirit of over the sisters that say men do the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a thing, be honest with you, but that's why I asked, in our private chat. But that might have been what he was referring to. I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. I didn't know brothers would intentionally do that. But
now
it's a little
bit more
like
popular.
intentionally doing it. Like I'm doing this for a reason. I didn't know that was a thing.
But yeah, now it's becoming a little bit more popular for fellas to do something like that. But it's nowhere near the level. I mean, we're talking about plastic surgery, we're talking about dress, we're talking about makeup, we're talking about that big old wig that girl had on. You know what I mean? It's all these things that women do to try to seduce a man. It's not even close, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get Let's do the Titus real quick. Let's go to Titus. That's the conclusion of that video. There was a lot said. There was some good things, some pandering to the women, and then some points where you can look at it from two sides, right? Do I think the sister's question was answered? Kinda. By the ones, I guess they all had their own opinion. Some were saying, I think for the most part, all of them said it's not insecure to ask your woman to change. From the conclusion, there was so much being said, but I think all of them kind of said it's not insecure if your man asks you that. However, if you single, you could kind of dress how you want. I think is the conclusion. Like of what, other than the first sister that spoke, she like, nah, that ain't. You shouldn't dress sexy like that. You shouldn't dress sexy like that.
You know what's interesting?
Go ahead.
I'm just juxtaposing this entire conversation with the advice that she gave her little sister on how to secure an athlete, right? And she said it in different ways, but in so many ways, don't embarrass him. Do you remember she specifically said, be modest, don't put yourself out there to where he can feel like you're flirting with any other person. Let him think that you are exclusively for him.
Mm-hmm.
She knew.
Yeah.
And she was texting this from vacation with her husband and her man. You see? So it's like you can play the gray area like old girl was doing, or you could just do what's right and actually come up with the results you might actually really be looking for.
Because if we be honest, this is how we really should choose, and it should be how the Most High. Obviously, men are physical beings, so they're gonna look at the physical first. Both parties, it's a physical first, right? But you should be choosing the partner for these reasons. Give me 1 Samuel 16:7. Put on this. This goes really for men and women.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature.
Right, because we get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, she got to be tender to look at, and you want your man to be attracted to you, period. Everybody feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
You get so caught up on the physical, you forget the spirit of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And you only look at the physical until you done married this person, and then you found out I don't really have nothing in common with her. I don't really even like her like that. I don't even want to be like. It's what was I thinking? I was caught up in the physical so much that you forgot to even really get to know this individual before y'all did the do. Right? Read it again from the top. So how the Most High chooses is even different. Read.
Mm-hmm. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord seeth not as man seeth.
See, the Most High says he seeth not as man see, because we look at the physical first and sometimes forget. Read.
For man looketh on the outward appearance.
Come on.
But the Lord looketh on the heart.
See, but the Most High is looking at the heart. So our women are so caught up in dressing with the outward appearance to catch a man, but it's really the inside woman that's going to determine if this man wants to be in a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. Obviously, we already said that they have to be attractive, that you have to like what they look like. But we get caught up on that, and then you realize I just like her for her beauty. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's go to Titus 2.
Kind of the one.
That one, verse 11.
We'll start at verse 3, maybe. You want to read up some?
Yeah, verse 3. You're right. Verse 3.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, starting at verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So your behavior as becoming holiness is what you're wearing holy?
Mm-hmm.
Is that godly modesty or a sexual expression? What does your attire reveal? Read.
Not false accusers.
Uh-huh.
Not given too much wine.
There's a scripture right there. So you can drink, but it says not given to much wine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So these are attributes that Paul is telling Titus how to run a church. The aged women should be like this. because they have to teach the younger woman how to do it. But nowadays, the older women and the younger women are in competition. Read.
Teachers of good things. Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands.
Because they have to teach the younger woman how to be sober. Meaning what? Have that self-respect. That sobriety, just this word for it, sober. Have the self-respect to love their husbands. That's a conversation. Yo, let me show you how to love your husband. You do this. You got to understand what he like. Got to know him. Read.
To love their children.
Come on.
To be discreet.
Read.
Chaste.
Read.
Keepers at home.
Keepers at home. Not like the ox said, hey, you went for the woman that's in the club every week. Oh, she got to be. And he said that the submissive one probably going to be at the house, Target. She's the one that's the keeper at home. Whole Foods.
That's where you get them.
Read.
Good. Obedient to their own husbands.
Obedient to their own husbands. Come on.
That the word of God be not blasphemed.
So the word of God is not blasphemed. All right.
Okay.
Hey, but then guess what? The young men, you have to be taught. Read. Watch this.
Verse 6. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
Mm-hmm.
In all things.
Meaning you have respect. Come on.
In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works.
That's heavy.
We
talked about those stains. We talked about those stains on the garment. Yeah. Right? Your good works is going to represent your name. Right? Read.
In doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity.
Seriousness means sincerity, meaning you mean it. You're sincere about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Read.
Sound speech that cannot be condemned.
Mm-hmm.
That he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you.
All right. So, hey, it says that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed. He can't say nothing evil about you.
You have a good
that
name.
Goes for the women.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good name
amongst the congregation.
Because a good name is rather to be chosen than silver and gold.
That's right.
Brother, got anything else?
I
don't see no callers on there. Let me see. Double check. There's no callers on there. A few people called in. Water for everybody that called in. Water for all the brothers and sisters that stayed tuned in. We might got one. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, sis, this on here. Let me get off here. Go ahead, sis. You on mute if you're speaking.
Shalom. I just wanted to point out that sometimes sisters may find it a little difficult to try to be as modest as we would like to be, but there are things that we can do. I know when we go to the stores, a lot of the shirts and stuff are crop tops. We can layer our clothing. We can put on cardigans and undershirts to, just provide us with that modesty that we deserve. That's going to give us that self-respect and that self-confidence so that we're not tugging and we're not pulling. We can wear lips. And even when we're working out, I just want sisters to know they have sports that are longer and just different t-shirts and items that are not as tight and revealing. So just get out there and do that due diligence and find those clothing items.
All right, let me ask you this: what's your advice to the sisters? That's how do I want to put it? A little bit more blessed than other sisters in certain areas, right? How should they manage that? That everything they put on is kind of revealing. What do you say to that?
Oh, not one. So
don't listen on the
not
YouTube.
one. So
Don't put
I
your
would
YouTube.
recommend those sisters look for shirts that may be high-low, which is higher in the front and lower in the back. I would also recommend sisters to try to find skirts that or dresses that are more A-line that flares out toward the bottom. So those would be my recommendations for sisters.
Okay, so that's a good recommendation for sisters that that's a little bit more blessed, so to speak. She said, what you said, a high-low dress, a shirt. All right, that's something sisters could look into. Right, we need Israelite. We need Israelite apparel.
Another one, a high-low shirt. So it's a little bit higher in the front, but then it's longer.
Right, or even like this sister said, she said, hey, maybe throw on a cardigan. We was talking as brother because this is a real time. We was talking as brothers before. It's like, okay, a cardigan. It's summertime though. In Florida, it is 98 degrees. Like, can't wear a cardigan. Right, so and the sister, how does she maintain all of that? And what we came up with is really one second. We really said it's the intent of how to, if she's dressing and she's like, okay, yeah, I want my breast to sit up this way, so I can, you know what I'm saying? That's your intent behind everything, and the spirit behind it is gonna show whether you're trying to dress modest or not. Right? You gotta continuously throw your skirt down. That's what you're doing. Your skirt is above. That means it's probably above your knees naturally, but you're trying to push it down above your knees to make it a little bit more modest. Maybe you need a little bit longer skirt. I ain't saying you got to get to the toes, right? But yeah, if you got to pull it down every 36 seconds, you may need to switch that up. All right, go ahead, sis. Yeah, go ahead.
They do have cardigans that are crochet, so those would give you a little bit more. They'll be a little cooler, but they're still giving you more coverage.
All right, so that's we appreciate your thoughts and comments on this, sis. We wanted more sisters, man.
Yeah.
You'd have had a way to express and help other sisters, that may struggle with this, with the modesty and trying to find themselves in it, because we do understand that clothes are a part of your character. And one may used to dress sexual, but there's insight from women that's doing this or been doing this on how to switch that sexual expression into a godly modesty, right? So we do appreciate you, sis, for calling in. Cool. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure if you haven't already, tap into the Patreon, Sons of Thunder Patreon lineup, where there's Captain's Corners, feast days, behind the scenes, resources, exclusive camp videos, debates, the tribal fitness and the pillars of rest. Patreon.com/SOT Israelites, right? We also have a few more videos on modesty on there. If you need more insight on that, make sure you also tapping into our weekly classes, right? We got Truth Tuesday. They had a good conversation with a brother on there this week. C4M beautiful class. Friday night Sabbath class. The general brought out some great documents, teaching in a great spirit. After hours, obviously the Bar4Bar. Prove all things, and I speak as a man. Make sure you're tapping into our weekly classes during the week. Got no excuse for edification and content. Right. Don't forget, right, the foundation of a nation: prayer, community purpose, establish a code, and a mission. If we want to change the minds of our people, these are the things that SOT feels like we need. You need the prayer, staying rooted in the Most High through daily devotion, community purpose, living and working together with shared values, visions, and responsibilities while walking in divine calling with clarity and strength, and established code, living by righteous principles that guide every choice, and then our mission to uplift, to unite, and walk in righteousness together. That's the point. That's the whole purpose of this truth, right? Right. Make sure you definitely tapped into the calendar. We just had new moon. What was that? Monday, July 13th that evening. The next one will be August 12th that evening. And then we'll go into Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, Tabernacles, and Feast of Dedication. Year's going by quick.
Yeah.
We're already more than halfway through it. Right. Obviously, after the Sabbath, tap into Be More Groomed, Be an Icon, Beard Icon, www.beardicon.com if you need something to groom your beard, help beard growth. You got combs, brushes, right? Make sure you tap into that, obviously, after the Shabbat. Forget anything, Hakim?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, right? If you want to join the camp, Sons of Thunder Israelites, right, at gmail.com. If you want to join the camp, become a soldier, do the work in your own city. And if you want to be a pillars of rest, meaning the sisters helping the body move, bringing that wisdom, that woman touch, right? Send an email to pillarsofrest@gmail.com. And never forget this. It's not the season, it's the mindset. You got to have the continuous mindset of who you are. You can't be living in this season I'm doing this, and this season I'm doing that. It got to be a mind state. And you have to be truly renewed in the spirit and mind, right? So with that, we are the Sons of the Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. I'm Captain Yaquab.
Captain Haran.
Captain Akawasha.
Captain Ayar.
Officer Asharyala.
Hey, and Thawada for tuning in to another episode of the Bar4Bar. Shalom.
Sabbath day, bring the book out, let the room get still. Ain't no hiding in opinions when the verses get real. Cats will grab one line, but a whole lie off it. So you read a little further and the whole thing fall quick. I need chapter with the verse, I need precept with the proof. Not that loud, empty talk when a man ain't got the truth. Sons of thunder in the class, and we standing on the text, line for line, bar for bar. Let the scriptures do the rest, bar for bar, line for line. Read it plain, don't twist nothing, let the verses align. Sons of thunder. When the lessons start hitting, whole room lock in. When the breakdown different, bar for bar, line for line. Every cut from the word, every truth gon' shine. Sabbath day, yeah, we came for the smoke. When the script open up, every lie get broke. Seen a lot of dudes talk like they really got sight. To the next verse hitting, now they spirit not right. Cause the truth ain't something you can bend how you please. Said a humbler man, bring him straight to his knees. From the Lord of Christ, yeah, the message stay tight. Same God, same fire, same standard, same light. So don't come with your sauce, try to season what's clear. When the Most High spoke, he already made it appear. Bar for bar, line for line. Read it plain, don't twist nothing, let the verses align. Sons of thunder. When the lessons start hitting, whole room lock in. When the breakdown different, bar for bar, line for line. Every cut from the word, every truth gon' shine. Sabbath day, yeah, we came for the smoke. The script open up, every lie get broke. It's that class where your pride get dragged by the chapter, where the fake deep dive and the truth come after, where the quiet cuts harder than the man yelling loud, where the words stand tall and bring the ego back down. Ain't no shame in the cut if it's making you better. Ain't no love in the lie just to keep it together. Better broken by truth than the dying delusion. Better checked by the word than the living confusion. Hey, read that again. Nah. Slower this round, don't skip that part, bring the full thing out. Cause one thing about truth, it don't need your spin. When the verses link up, that's when class. So it's bar for bar, so the whole thing clear. So the young get built, and the old ones here. So the brother with doubt get strength in his chest. So the one moving proud get stripped by the text. Sons of thunder, yeah, the lesson got weight. Not a game, not a show, this is how we get straight. Sabbath day, and we staying in the script. Line for line to the whole room shift. Bar for bar, line for line, stay in the book. And the truth gon' shine. Sabbath day, class in session. Let the word bring correction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, first, let the whole place rise. Friday night fire with the truth in our eyes. Sons of thunder, let the whole room know. We stand on the word and we move in the glow. We came through the week, now the camp stands strong. Built by the truth, let the weak stand on. This ain't for show, this a people with aim. Law in the heart, we stand in the name. Stand in the name. Let the whole room answer. Children of Israel, built through the pressure. Stand in the name. Let the whole camp speak. All pray, yeah, that's the power we keep. Stand in the name, let the whole earth hear it. Truth in the chest, let the Most High steer it. Stand in the name, let the whole thing ring. Friday night class, let the whole room sing. I learned the hard way, flesh can't lead right. That's why I keep the Most High in my sight. World teach pride, but the Lord teach measure. How to stay firm when the days bring pressure. Brothers in the room with the weak on they back. Still standing tall, still keeping intact. Still trying to lead with the truth in their chest. Still trying to build and correct what's left. And that's why this sound got weight in it. Not hype for a crowd, got faith in it. Not built on men, let the order stay clear. Honor in rank, but the throne stay there. Stand in the name, let the whole room answer. Children of Israel, built through the pressure. Stand in the name, let the whole camp speak. All praise, yeah, that's the power we keep. Stand in the name, let the whole earth hear it. Truth in the chest, let the Most High steer it. Stand in the name, let the whole thing ring. Friday night class, let the whole room sing. No throne for flesh, yeah, I get the glory, Truth in the room, now tell that story, This for the elders that held that line. This for the young men learning in time. This for the sisters that walk with grace. This for the children that know their place. This for a nation remembering breath. This for dry bones that rise from death. This for the remnant that still stand firm. Still seeking wisdom and seeking to learn. So let the drums hit low and the whole room move. Let the words ring clear with a righteous groove. Sons of thunder, let the whole camp know. The Most High reign and the truth still go. Stand in the name, let the whole room answer. Children of Israel, built through the pressure. Stand in the name, let the whole camp speak. All praise, yeah, that's the power we keep. Stand in the name, let the whole earth hear it. Truth in the chest, let the Most High steer it. Stand in the name, let the whole thing ring. Friday night class, let the whole room sing. God first, truth next. Sons of thunder.